And I'm gonna put you in. Oh wait, I can't put you in. What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, what is going on? Yo, we're running a little late today, guys, and our apologies for running a little late, but we got it together. There was no way that I was going to cancel this show. We was going to get it together because you guys are going to be amazed by this inspirational woman. And let me tell you a little story, guys. First, let me say hi and thank you guys for being patient. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting in the wings to come and see Miss Ginger Snap. We already have 14 people in the house, so that is amazing. Thank you guys for coming on in. The C Circle is in the house. JV Lopla's in the house. Jackie Huff is in the house. Lele and Jackie are in the house. What's up, guys? I want to make sure I do my formal hellos as we move forward. Maria Cervantes is in the house. My brother Marcos Eats is in the house. What's up, Marcos? Thanks so much. Chino Carrillo is in the house. What's going on, Chino? All right, Naomi's in here. The Life of Unique is in the house. Charmaine's in the house. Saucy Senoritas is in the house. Man, we have a whole host of amazing guests. I mean, people in the chat today. Thanks so much for standing on by for this show. Italian Queen is in the house. Rob D is in the house. Hey, David, how are you? Chalino Sanchez is in the house. All right, we got 15 solid folks in the house. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the amazing woman that I've gotten to know. And this is the miraculous part about YouTube, y'all. I talk about this all the time. And I say that you are talking to a screen, right? And it's the amazing connections, the human connections that you make. The people that you see on the other side of the screen are human beings telling a story. So I met this wonderful soul and a wonderful spirit because AB and Woo, as y'all know, AB check me out, started their t-shirt business. And so one of the first ones she posted was Ginger Snap 44. And I was like, who's Ginger Snap 44, right? We're like, who is that? Who's Ginger Snap 44? Then a couple weeks later, if y'all haven't followed JB Grumman, what's up, Simply K Simone, Illusions X9, Mary T, 17 people in the house. If y'all don't follow JB Grumman, she did a video, y'all, of mimicking Miss Ginger Snap. So I first actually saw it on Instagram and I was like, who is she mimicking? And I'm thinking to myself, she's really, really good. Like just the way, because I've seen her other videos on Instagram. Then when she did the mimicking video, I was like, wait a minute now. Who is she mimicking? And so it made me go to Ginger Snap's channel, y'all. So it's the power of the way you influence our peers in doing those kind of mimicking things to our peers. It was amazing. But the beautiful part about it is I go into Ginger Snap's videos and I'm watching her, and I was like compelled. That human connection really compelled me because she has a story to tell. And a lot of us don't realize that each and every one of us are different living souls and we all have a story to tell. And I was just enthralled just watching this woman because what she's gone through in her life and what she's had to deal with. And she is telling her testimony on YouTube. You feel me? Like I just get emotional thinking about it, and she will tell you that story in a little bit. But I admire people that are taking responsibility for seeking recovery in their life. Y'all know I work for mental health and I work in the administrative side of things, and I am a strong proponent and a strong advocate for people to be independent in who they are. And part of that, when you're going through either a substance use issue or a mental health crisis, is recovery is possible. Life can always get back to the most normal place that you can be. But you also have to be able to tell your story, y'all. You have to be able to be free to tell your story. And folks that receive that story should be willing to hear that story from their heart. So I wanted to make sure we brought out someone who's inspirational to me after hearing what's gone on in her life, why she uses YouTube as a resource to be able to, as she said it, her therapy. And for us, it's called education, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch a woman with this much inspiration, it is inspiration from the heart, but it's education about the stigma that our folks, just normal folks that may have a mental health issue, go through, right? So she's breaking the stigma of mental health, and she's breaking the stigma forthright up front and saying, y'all, I'm still a human being. Y'all, I'm still going through what I'm going through, but here is my therapy. I'm trying to show you that I'm still a human being. I'm trying to show you that I still have comedy. I'm trying to show you I'm still a human person. Do not judge me for who I am. So I could not have waited this long to have Ginger Snap on our channel. So you guys, we have 16 people in the house. Rissa's Mukbang is in the house. Veronica Oglesby. Hello, Miss Veronica. Thank you so much for coming on by. Let's go ahead and get ready to have Miss Ginger Snap on. If you guys can hit that one for me, and we can get Miss Ginger Snap on. Hit that one, and y'all know how Miss Ginger Snap be doing it, y'all. She be like, snap, snap. You know, she be letting her folks know when she is ready. So we seeing that one going. Hit that. I can't even snap, y'all. I can't snap. My fingers is too fat. I can't snap. But if I start to see those ones, then we are gonna get Miss Ginger Snap in. All right, I see my hubby in here. Bo Galliana is already hitting that one, y'all. Jackie Huff is hitting that one. Let's bring this beautiful spirit in, Miss Ginger Snap. Miss Ginger Snap.
Hi, hello, hello, hello. It's your favorite country gal, Ginger Snap. How is everybody today? How is everybody today? Y'all have to work with me. She's got to try to get fixed and settled. She sucks at computers, at electronics. She just don't know. She don't know. Thank you so very, very much, young man, for having me on your show. I appreciate it, and he has walked me step by step, literally through this whole process so I could get on here. So I thank you. You are a fine, fine young man.
Well, I could not have you on. Like I was thinking to myself, what other way can I do it? And I was almost to the point where let me pull up my IG and you could be on IG and I can have you on the screen like this. I mean, I was literally gonna go that route. But at the same time, I was like, you know what, we're gonna get her into success because guess what? It's not just gonna be me that's gonna have is going to have you on their show. There's going to be other people that are going to want you on their show. So this StreamYard is the way to do it when it comes to, live streaming and things like this. So first, let me say thank you, Miss Ginger Snap. I meant every single word that I said when I introduced you. And
I know you about made me cry. You about made me cry. Thank you very much, but you about made me cry. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. And it was very from the heart. And I've been wanting to reach out to you for weeks and weeks and weeks. I just didn't know how to do it. And I just thought to myself, you know what? She's starting a new series. I wonder if she'd do it for me. And when you said, well, you probably thinking like, who is this guy trying to ask me to be on their show? I don't even know who he is.
No, 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 no. I've seen you a few times. Like I said when we talked earlier, I have so many things coming toward me.
Yeah,
I'm a mama. I'm a wife. I'm a worker. I'm a daughter. I'm having to do all these things, combined all these things. We're on mandatory overtime. And
yeah.
now she's a worker. She's a worker. Trust me.
Yes, you
She's a
are.
worker. Hmm.
Well, I'll tell you
She's a
something.
worker.
I'm really interested in hearing more about, and you said this before in your videos, but we have 21 people in the house. If you guys have not checked out her channel, make sure to check out her channel. Nightbot is giving you the love, showing your website, your page is giving the
Mhm.
thing to your page, and also in the description below, guys, there is a link to her YouTube page. Make sure you're checking that out. Just a couple weeks ago, she had 500. Now she's at 600 something. So she's getting to that 1K marker. But I think the most impactful part about her relationships with fellow creators and the audience is her story. So I wanted to go first into something that I think is important. Why did you start YouTube? Why YouTube of all places? Why did you start YouTube?
Okay, I talk about it in my very first video. My mama passed away before my eyes. Before my eyes. I was bringing her home. If I get emotional and cry, I apologize.
I'm a crier too. I'm a crier too, Ginger. No problem.
But I was bringing my mama home. I had her bags packed. I had everything ready to go. I am a medical lab technician. I have been in the field for 24 years, and I believe in medicine. I do. I believe in doctors, I believe in medicine, and I believe in God. And I always follow my gut. I always follow my gut. And I had no bad feelings. None. I had absolutely no bad feelings. I gave my mama a bath that morning. We talked. We laughed. I had her ready. I had her bags done. We were bringing her home from the hospital. My mama had a very, very rare cancer. Very rare. Even the doctors really didn't even know how to deal with it. My mama has always been healthy as a horse. She was our rock. She was our validator. She was the one that says, I'm proud of you. And she
Hmm.
was always there. I got to spend 5 wonderful days with my mama, and I was Johnny on the spot. I knew every lab test she had, I knew her x ray results, I knew everything. Everything was perfect. She woke up in a good, happy mood. We was laughing, giggling, having fun. Whew. So, before my eyes, my mama died. She started getting really short of breath.
Hmm.
And the doctor came to me and he said, Shell, we're gonna have to put your mom on a ventilator. And I was okay with that. I was okay
Because
with that because I
you
said,
understood that process.
yes, I understood it. Because my mama had been cut from right underneath, like the breastbone, all the way to the top of her pelvic line, split wide open. And they dug everything out. They did a hysterectomy. They unfolded everything. They looked, they checked her out from head to toe. So they went through that process. So my mama had a very, very massive surgery. And I know when you're put on a vent, it's because your body's tired. Your body's exhausted. And for you to heal properly, you need that rest. So I had no bad feelings. I had no problems with her being put on the vent. None at all. Absolutely none at all. So he told me, and I'm a very straightforward person. I know lots of people don't really know, but I promise you, you can ask anybody in my little hometown, anybody I work with. I probably say things sometimes that comes out of my mouth I shouldn't say, but it just rolls.
They're just
But
honest.
yes, I'm a straight shooter, and I like straight shooting people too. So in the process of all this, I literally, and that's why I'm in therapy for. This is why I'm in therapy for, because I know I had nothing to do with my mama's death at all. I know this. I know the doctors, it's not their fault. I know all of this. But I grabbed my mama's face right here and I said, Mama, they're going to put you on a vent because your body is tired and it needs to rest so it can heal. And you'll be okay. I see it all the time, and I do. We will vent patients at the hospital. We'll send them to a bigger facility. 3 days later or 4 days later, I'm drawing their blood. I'm
Right.
saying, hey, where are you? I remember seeing you. Their body just needed rest. But I promised my mama she would be okay. And she looked me dead in the eyes and she said, okay, because my mama trusted my word. Because she
Yes.
knew. And my mama died after that. And so I feel like, to me, even though when God wants you, He'll take you. But to me, I feel like I failed my mama. So one day, my cousin had texted me and told me to look up a song. My children, I have 2 girls, they had set me up a YouTube account years and years ago, as Mama Shell.
Mm-hmm.
And I had jumped on there because my cousin told me it was by Ed Sheeran, Supermarket Flowers, and I really cannot remember the woman's name right now, but it's a beautiful song, Jealous of Angels.
Mm-hmm.
So as I get on YouTube, which I never got on YouTube before, I get on there and I type that information in. And when I type it in, y'all know how the screens are, like everything will pop up here, but you have that little side thing.
Yes. Yes.
And on the side thing, there is this woman. There is this woman with this massive seafood. I mean,
Yep.
seafood for days and days. And I can remember thinking, what in the tarnation is there a woman on YouTube with a plate of food?
Yeah.
She didn't know any of these things. She didn't
Right.
have a clue. She did not have a clue. So, mm, so I go on and I look at my songs and I download them to my phone so I can have. But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking about that woman with this massive plate of seafood. So I go to it and I hit it. I thought, let me just hit it. Now I had laid in the bed. I really don't, I'll be straight up. There was over 1,800 people in my little Mayberry town. You know what I'm talking about. I told you
Mm-hmm.
that a while ago. My little Mayberry town had come, paid respect to my mama and my daddy. I come from a very, very good family. We're loving people. When I talk about you, when I say stuff about you, it's because I enjoy you. You make me
Yes.
laugh. You make me smile. You make me happy. I don't want a dead burn thing from you because I'm here for therapy. I'm
Right.
literally here for therapy. And so I try to support everybody and love everybody because they impacted my life. And the number one person was Miss B. It was
Miss
Miss
B
B because
loves.
she was the one. Here was this little woman with this massive plate of seafood, and I
Yes.
didn't understand it. I was like, "What in the, like I said, what in the tarnation is going on?" So I go and I hit it, and all of a sudden I see this woman, honey. She did bear, and she's picking, she's eating, she's munching, she's talking, and I just instantly was in awe of that. So as I would lay devastation, I have this little picture of my mama that I cling to, and I have one of her shirts that smells like her. I would lay in the bed, secluded, crying, and I'm mad. I'm so mad at God. I'm so mad at God, and I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Christian. And if you're a Christian, you know that's a turmoil. But I
Right.
was so mad at God, and well, I'm still not over it either. And that's why I'm in therapy for, to try to deal with it all. But I would hug and hold my mama, and I would just say it over and over again. Watch Miss B Love over and over again. Then I fell in love with her. I
Yeah.
fell in love with the fact here's this little woman that I don't know from Adam that is on here. What a mukbang? What's a mukbang? I
Right.
ain't never heard of no such. So we go through the process of it all. I'm there, and I say we because, honey, she's got borderline personality disorder. So there you go, honey. We got all sorts of people up in here. So we just going through the motion, going through it all, listening. And more I looked. So then, once again, in that little square that you see on the side, there was people called uh, what Tay and Lou. And
Yep.
I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
who are these people? Who are Tay and Lou? So
Mm-hmm.
I hit them because they had a plate of food in front of them. So I start watching Miss B Love, Tay and Lou. So as I laid in the bed grieving for my mama, I think I took off 2.5 weeks from work. I finally put my big girl panties on because that is how my mama raised me. My mama was a very, very strong, strong woman. And she taught us to take care of our kids. You better put your big girl panties on. You better show up no matter whatever, and you better nail it out. And I have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of that in me because I'm a racehorse, and you'll learn about that later. But
Yep.
I'm a racehorse. But I go along with that. And the days that I want to call in and the days that I don't want to do anything, my mama comes out in me. And I'm so thankful that I was raised a good Christian, a good, wholesome woman
Mm-hmm.
that loved the Lord, that loved her family, and that taught me to work very hard and take care of what's mine. And I strive every single day to do that. I strive every single day to do that. I done went on a
That's
look
okay.
the hills and the hollers. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So I want to touch
I'm
on
so sorry.
first I want to say no, please don't apologize. I want to first say thank you for sharing that story. All of us have moms or had moms, so just that feeling that you were giving from the beginning about losing your mother in front of you, I can only envision that happening to me and what would happen to me emotionally at that particular moment. So I get it. And so I can see why how it all kind of ties into the whole YouTube thing. B Loves was there during the time of your most, your most need, and YouTube was there. So I guess my next question is, what got you in the nerve to actually start talking, like start eating up front of the camera?
So actually, I told my psychiatrist. I was seeing a psychiatrist at the time. I had a psychiatrist and a therapist, and I have now recently switched to a new therapist. And I love her. I love her. She is wonderful. She breaks it down to my level because I'm a simple person, y'all. She's simple. She literally is sheltered and she's simple. I've not seen the big old world. She's not got to do a bunch of these things in life. So when I go out and do anything, it amazes me. And YouTube has taught me so much. I never knew people wore wigs.
Right.
You didn't know that?
And you
You
have a wig
never knew
video.
it.
You do
I
have a
never
video with the wig on.
I know. I put a wig on for Halloween, but I didn't know people wore wigs. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I have learned so much. It is literally, YouTube educates me every single day. Every single day. Well, I don't get to watch it every day because I work all the time and I'm tired and exhausted. But when I can jump on and watch and view and see, I learn something new every day. And I love cooking shows. I
There
love
you
cooking
go.
shows. They are my favorite. Cooking is very therapeutic for me. And I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I have forgot the question you asked me.
No,
Honey,
about
it's
like
done left my
what
brain.
what what finally made you like sit in front of a camera and record your first mukbang? Like
Oh,
what?
okay, that's right. I was talking to my psychiatrist and I was telling him all about Miss B Love, Tay and Lou, Steph and Tosh. They were my first three people
Yeah,
that were lined up in a block on the side. And I started watching, and I mean faithfully. Then Zadie Chunk Chunk, because Miss B Love would talk about Zadie, that is her
yep,
son. So
yep.
I literally, honey, every night I would come in from work, I could not wait to see what these four people did today. It was like it took my mind off of stress. It took my mind off of the fact that I didn't have a mama because every time I left work, I was picking up and calling my mama because I have an air drive home from work.
Right.
And so I would always call my mama and talk because me and my mama had a very good relationship and we were close. So I was constantly in my mind, okay, I'll come home, I'll be a mama, I'll check on everybody, see everybody, but then I'll have my downtime. It'll
Yeah,
be
you need your
my
time.
little time right before I go to sleep. So I would start, I would try my best to watch them because they were the main four I watched faithfully for goodness, months and months and months. Really, months and months. I would go back and watch their old videos, everything. So I told my psychiatrist all about it. He was like, "What is a mukbang?" I said, "Exactly. I ain't never heard of no such. We don't hear about these things here. You know, we're all in Kentucky, and Kentucky's got lots of little states and counties everywhere. But in our neck of the woods, we ain't never heard of no such like that. We didn't have a clue."
Right.
So I started telling my psychiatrist about it. So he started watching the people that I told him. And I told him, I said, I really think that would be good therapy for me. What do you think? Because I'm a talker, as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I love to talk. I said, I'm friendly. I can talk the paint off a wall. I don't know a stranger. When I go to the grocery store, if I go anywhere, I'm like, hey, Heidi, how are you? How are you? How are y'all? When I go to the dollar store, anything, I'm just always talking to everybody. And so he said, I think that would be a very good idea. Try it out and see what happens. He
Yeah.
said, don't tell nobody. So, really, truly, and honestly, I have never got on Facebook and broadcasted to my family, my friends, anybody
Yep.
that I'm on YouTube. I've never
Right.
done that. I have ginger
Even
snap.
up to this, even up to this day, you have not let anyone
Well,
know.
no, now I've only told a few people. I only told 10 original people at work, and they're my closest, dearest friends. My sister knows, and I have a brother, but I've never told him. Two of my aunts know, and three of my cousins. Other than that, that is the only people that I told. That
And
was it.
here's the beautiful part about it, right? You're doing it for yourself and not for anybody else. So
No, yeah.
so the initial part of your psychiatrist actually telling you don't tell nobody was a beautiful set of
Mhm.
advice because
Yes.
there was no influence from anyone in
Yes.
your family.
Yes.
You were doing it on your own volition,
Mhm.
on your own time.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and so you see how then there was no factor of anyone judging you from your family,
Yes.
and it would have made it
Yes.
worse.
Yeah, I
You
would
would have
have
been like,
never done it. I would have
right,
never done
right,
it. My
right.
husband backed me 100%, and I asked my children before I do anything. I always ask my kids, do you care if mama does this? I am mama. I am the boss.
Yep,
They're my babies. I made them, I had them, I raised them. But I respect my children. Even though they're 16 and 22, I respect them.
right.
So if I'm going to do anything that might harm them, influence them, because we all know there's mean people in this world. And
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it. But there
yeah,
really are truly mean people in this world. They always assume you want something from them. You want this, you want that. And like I said, my neck of the woods, no. If somebody knocked on my door right now and come in and brought me a cake, they brought me a cake. They
yeah,
wanted to give me a cake. I'm not
yeah.
thinking they want money from me
They
or they
want
want
something.
something from me.
Yeah,
That's not how my world works.
right.
In my little world, it don't that don't work my way.
I
That's
don't want
not
to
how
miss out.
my little hometown works.
I don't want to miss out on everyone that has come by to say hello.
Oh
Um,
yeah, please do it. Please
yeah,
tell
we
them.
have Naisha May is in the house showing her
Hey,
love.
Lisa.
I know you love you some Naisha May.
Mm-hmm.
Donna's dinner time is in the house.
Donna, yes.
Simply K Simone is in the house. Y'all,
Sissy from another mister.
I know I am like 14 minutes behind y'all. I am so sorry, but I could not stop Ginger Snap. She was in that
I,
groove. So
I
yeah,
know I'm
absolutely.
sorry.
No, no,
I'm
no. Please do not
sorry. I'm so
apologize.
sorry. I told you I didn't want to mess up your channel. I'm
No, you're
sorry.
not messing it up at all. In fact, my husband told me the other day, "You talk too much. You better let the guest talk." So I'm looking at him right now, like,
Oh,
"Am I
hubby.
talking too
Oh,
much?"
hubby.
He's
He'll
like,
be
"You
telling
talk."
me next time, shut her up, but she won't shut up.
My brother Bonsai Yama reviews in the house. What's going on, Bonsai? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So everyone is giving their virtual hugs to you when you're telling your story.
Oh,
So they're
thank y'all.
sharing their tears with you and supporting you on the emotional tip. Um, So everyone's saying hello. So Charmaine does have something to say. She says, "Ginger Snap, my mom was on hospice. I had to um, admit her meds, and I too felt like I killed my mother. I saw her take her last breath." Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you a story.
I
My
feel you, Charmaine. I do, and I'll pray for you. I feel you.
yeah. Man. The C Circle says, "Ginger, the only person that can make me laugh and cry at the same time is you."
I love C. I love C. I want to tell you something real quick. C
Sure.
and Simply K. Dot Simone. When I first come out and started talking, them two people, I didn't know them from Adam, but they had seen me and they started sharing me out. And then the next thing I know, we were Instagram and messaging back and forth. And they're good girls. They are good girls, and they're good people. And I thank them because they helped me. They really, truly helped me. And eating with poo. Them three people, when I first started, and I was just, because I really am here for therapy, people. That's it. She's here for therapy.
Yeah.
She's here to let, just like you said in your thing, I do have a borderline personality disorder. And y'all have no idea how hard it is every day of your life to wake up and wonder who you're going to be today because you don't know.
Yeah.
And you struggle like a normal person. And to be a good mama, because I am a dead burn good mama, and I
Yes,
am
she
an
is.
awesome juju. Honey, I'm awesome. Kids come over, we play dress up, we play football, we play kick the can. My children have always said, Mama, we have the best birthday parties because I want them to remember that because my mama gave me the best birthday parties.
Yes.
And I always do that stuff. And so I thank them from the bottom of my heart because they taught me how to, just like you tonight, you taught me how to do this computer stuff. Shell Eats taught me about display and on the eye thing. And I did, they just did it out of their kindness of their heart. They didn't ask, I didn't have to ask them anything.
Yeah.
They did it from the kindness of their heart, like you did tonight. And I greatly appreciate that because, honey, I done told y'all
You're so welcome.
she don't know crap about a computer, and as you can tell, you've witnessed it. You
But
have
we
had
got you through it.
me step by step through
And
it.
and trust me, I'm no IT professional either. So we
Yeah,
were
but
kind
you
of just
got me there.
we're
You
getting you
got me
there.
there. Yeah.
AB check me out says laughing out loud. I want to know who told her about wigs.
I'll be honest. I can tell you, and then I'll tell you. No, I better not tell it. I better not tell it. But Casey Connection, I love her. She's one of my other favorites. And
Yes.
I have 10 top people that I have literally, truly supported, love, and watched. And now that I have come on this platform to have my therapy, I have met so much wonderful, wonderful people. And
Mm-hmm.
on this platform and on this therapy, I mean, on this therapy wagon that I'm going on, I've met so many people. Tori Love Food, Shell Eats, Tommy Bites, um, Fat Boy Show. I made a complete butt of myself trying to dance for 2 daggum minutes. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. She still ain't recovered from that. She's so mad. But when I get, but when I'm on here, and then there's Ryan, Black Dim, I love him, and Sharika B, and KC Connections. It was like, once again, that little square. I don't know what it's called, y'all, but y'all know what I'm
It's the
talking about.
recommended. It's your
Okay,
recommended people.
okay, thank you. I just
Yep.
know it's a little square box with people.
Yep.
I would hit one to see, well, okay, I'm loving this mukbang thing right now. So who else can I do? Who else can I look at? And so I would go to it, and then I would look, and then I would go from there, and I'd be like, wow, well, I like this person, and that was Black Denim, and then like I said, Sharika B, and then I got let's go. Hey, my connections, welcome
Yeah.
back to the channel, and that was Casey Connection.
Yep.
You don't know me from Adam. None of these people know me from Adam, but I fell in love with them. I
Yeah.
literally fell in love with them, and I just want to support them because I literally am here for therapy. and support. And when my therapy's done and I'm healed and I feel better, then she'll probably fly away.
You can't fly away. You have so much more to teach us. You know,
Well,
just
I do have a lot because, like I said, it's 2019 and I've been in therapy since 2011. I went to marriage counseling by myself. I mean, I had got stories to tell. I was 40 years old. I have been dying to tell this, so I'm going to tell it right now.
tell it. Let's do it.
This is gossip, the tea, as Nick Avocado says. I always watch him. This is the tea. This is the tea on me. Okay, I live in Kentucky. So Nashville is about an hour and probably about an hour and 45 minutes from me. So me and my aunt and a few others, we were going on out to a concert to see Blake Shelton. Okay. So I am a married woman. I am a
Mm-hmm.
mother. I have kids. But honey, that night,
You were
honey,
single.
Jesse come out. Jesse was hopping and bopping, and Jesse was having fun. Jesse
Yeah.
knew look, we know she was married. She didn't do nothing bad, but Jesse was out to have some fun. I literally, okay, you have to just imagine this. I got a Western t-shirt on because I'm a country girl,
Mm-hmm.
cowgirl boots, blue jeans on, and a belt. So we go, I hear music. And it was like back in the day music, like Humpty Hump. You do the Humpty Hump.
Yes.
But it was
Yes.
dance music, okay? So we all barrel in there. And I'm with my best friend and we're dancing and we're having fun and I'm having the time of my life. Now she was partaking in alcohol. She
Oh
was
Lord.
she was drinking and she was buzzing like a bee. Okay, she was buzzing like a bee. So she has this drink. It was a beer. And I'm out here on the dance floor and I'm dancing with my girlfriends. I ain't worried about no boys because I really had no business being in this bar because it was probably 21 to 30 and here I am 40-year-old. And just had a nervous breakdown. I literally just had a nervous breakdown and had to go back and see the psychiatrist because my daughter was pregnant, and that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, so I'm out there and she's dancing and she's having fun. And there's tables around. Well, this old drunk boy, I was old enough to be his mama, bumped into me. So when he bumped into me, my hip bumped into this table. And there was 4 children there. And this little snot-nosed, prissy pants little girl, about 25 years old, called me an ugly word. Now, I don't tolerate that because she's nice. She's a nice person. She's not,
Right. Right.
I don't tolerate ugliness. And so she popped off and she called me the B word. I ain't
Oh
gonna cut.
Lord.
And I said, because when my hip hit their table, I immediately said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bump into y'all's table." Her drink had sloshed over. I was going to buy
Oh.
her a new drink, even
Right.
though it wasn't my fault. Drunk dude bumped into me, but I was going to take ownership for that
Right.
because this girl's drink sloshed. Alcohol costs money. This day and time, things are pricey. I was going to buy the little girl a drink, and she was about, like I said, 25. She turned around and she called me the B word. And I said, "Excuse me, what did you And she said it again and she pointed. Before I knew it, I rode back with my fist, cocked her in the face, and I said, "I'm your elder. You will give me respect. Do you understand me, young
That's
lady?
right.
You
That's
understand
right.
me, young lady?" The next thing I know, I am picked up, honey, by my shirt collar, my belt buckle, and I am whizzed out in the street. Now, my children don't know that, and I pray my daughter does not watch this.
She's probably watching.
I pray my children don't watch this. But now, granted, I have to look at the big picture. A, you had no business being at your age, but she just wanted to dance. She wasn't hurting a soul.
Right.
I shouldn't have probably hit a 25-year-old, but your mama should have taught you respect and manners, young lady. You
That's
don't
right.
cuss at you elders. That's a no-no. That's a no-no.
She probably thought you was her age. You look young.
Oh God, I don't look young, but I thank you. To me, I look like every time I get in the mirror to get ready, I'm like, honey, child, you look like you're 70-year-old.
You do not look like you're 70 at
Mm-mm.
all.
She's
There's no way.
44. That's where the name is Ginger, because I'm a redhead. Snap, because she's crazy and she's got borderline personality disorder. And she's waiting to snap. And 44 with my age. That's where
With
the name
age.
comes from.
We're right around the same age. I'm 45.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, and
Are you a Gemini?
I love no, I'm a Leo.
Oh, I'm a Gemini. Can
Oh,
you
you
tell?
are. I gotta watch out for those Geminis now.
Gemini
Be,
and the middle child.
oh,
That's all
and the
you
middle
gotta know.
child? Oh, that's it.
And the
I'm in
middle
trouble.
child. That's all y'all need to know.
That's all I need to know. So I just want to make sure I'm saying hello to God Loves Me is
Yes,
in the
please.
house.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
That's
people.
okay. God Loves Me is in the house. Amber Eats is in the house. What's going on, Amber Eats? How are you? Nisha May is dying. She is laughing off your story.
Naisha May's rotten and Amber's so pretty.
Ain't she beautiful?
She's gorgeous. And she said she had blonde hair once upon a time. I
Pahini
can't
Coins
believe
is
it.
in the house. What's up, Pahini Coins? Thank you for coming.
I know
Yeah,
that.
everyone is just dying. They're like, oh snap! Now I feel like I'm a snot nose. I'm 24 years old. The C Circle said.
Don't be sassing your elders.
Girl, I'm 70. Girl, bye. She's the same age as my mama, and my mama ain't old, is what the C Circle says.
Yeah, I see.
Angie
Bless her.
Nation's
She's
in the
a good
house.
person.
We still got a good 19 people in the house, y'all. Thanks so much for continuing
Hi.
to be here. Tammy's life +3 is in the house. My twin from Texas, Miss Tammy's in the house. Frank
Is that
GTD
where
is
you're
in.
from, is Texas?
No, I'm from California.
Okay, see, I thought you said you was from Cali.
Yeah, I'm from California, but Tammy is one of my first. Um, we connected from Tree Trimmer, and so that's Tree Trimmer's wife. He's a growth stream, a networking
Oh,
stream, and
okay.
so we just
I don't
kind of
know what that
connected. Yeah, so it's a networking stream where you go in and you just grab up on
means. See, I
people and
don't.
you
I
connect with
see
each other.
people say that, and it's called streaming, and I'm like, streaming to me is like a stream in the field. We got water streams. I mean, seriously, I don't.
Yeah,
When people talk about streaming, I'm like, streaming. I'm telling you, I have learned so much, so much.
let me make sure I'm saying hello to Miss Janet Dunbar. Hello, Miss Janet Dunbar. I saw you earlier, and I saw JV Lapla as well. Miss JV Lapla, hello. All right, the C Circle. She's really the best. I love you so freaking much. The C Circle says.
Mwah, I love you, baby.
I'm telling you, I am so honored to have you here on the show because again, lots of people have been saying such good stuff about you. So it
You
was,
said that, and see, I didn't know that. I just figured everybody thought, well, who in the world is this idiot on here rambling? She can't talk half straight. Nobody
yes, you
understands
do.
what she's saying,
I,
and she making a fool of herself. I mean, I really
no,
thought that. I mean, I really truly did think that. I really
I
did.
don't think not at all. But I look at the bigger picture. I look at the bigger
See,
picture
I'm a bigger
from
picture person too. I don't
and
look of how you were. If you happen, okay. So for instance, you get on here right now and you had a really bad day, okay?
mm-hmm,
And so you said you was married, correct?
yes,
Okay, you and your husband are you're in a bad mood. He's there and y'all are doing a mukbang together and y'all's eating. And everything he does just dances on your last nerve, and you're
yes.
ready to throat punch him because
I'll
you
cut the
can't stand
camera.
Sybil wants to come out. Okay,
Right.
Sybil wants to come out, and you think, okay, I have got to do this video because I need therapy, but I am fixing. I mean, just a crash his nose, backhand him. Okay, so that's how you're feeling at that moment. Okay. But if you had that moment and you made a video, I would be like, well, bless his heart. He's had a good day. I ain't going to judge you.
Right.
I'm not going to be typing and putting you, honey, burying you on the bullpit. I ain't going to burn you at the cross. I ain't gonna, throw stones at you because
Right.
that's what people don't understand. It's hard to live each day a certain way. I was raised a certain way. You don't divorce, you stay married, you go to church, you follow the rules, you do what you have to do, you go. She don't live that way. That's not who she is. She loves red wine. She likes it. She cusses from time to time.
You could curse here. It's fine.
Oh no, 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 no. I won't because after my mama died, and I made a video about that. After my mama died for 6 months, 6 months after mama died, I told my therapist this the other day. I literally drunk like a fish. I mean, drunk like a fish.
Oh,
That was my that
me-
was
uh,
my
co-
go-to.
yeah, that was your coping mechanism.
Because my mama was my validator. My
Right.
mama understood me because she was my mama. My mama always knew that I wasn't the sharpest crayon in the box. She always knew there was a little something off with me, but we maintained.
Yeah.
And as I said, people that don't have any type of disorder, whatever, don't understand literally how hard it is every single day
Hmm.
to get up and try to figure out who you are this day because you don't know. And it's not fake, it's not pretend. It literally is. It's like a whole, it's not a mood, it's like a whole change of a person.
Yeah.
Literally, like a whole change of a person. Like the other day, I told my psychiatrist, I was like, I think there's a guy trying to come out in me. And he said, why do you think that? I said, because I'm now only wearing my husband's deodorant. I hate wearing a bra, but I wear one, but I don't want to. I wear his underwear all the time. And I feel dominant and I feel controlling. And I'm not like that because
Right.
Mama Shell was raised as the husband's the head of the household. You respect each other, you love each other, you take care of your kids, and you follow these steps.
Right.
And so it was like a condition. It was like I was raised in this condition, but I'm so outside of the box. It because I don't do that. Because
Yeah.
I'm not a fake person. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to go to church, sit and praise God and sing hymns to Him in Patricia mode, then come out and be in Jesse mode at a bar, drinking, drunk, dancing. You know what I'm saying? Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yes.
I mean, really, does it make sense?
It does.
Because you can't, to whoever we are, you can't be that way. And that's what, and like I told you earlier, it really gripes my behind when people make fun of people that have mental issues. I can
Yeah.
remember being as a young child in 6th grade, and God rest his soul, bless his little heart. He's now gone to be with Jesus. But he was mentally retarded. And I always took up for him. I was his sergeant at arms. I was his protector in 6th grade. He didn't ask me to. He didn't
Yeah.
ask me. Just like people today. If I shout you out, if I do anything, you didn't ask me to do that. I do it because I want to support you, because I love
Yeah.
you. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. I'm proud of
Hmm.
your growth and where you're going. So here's this guy that people, kids are mean, adults are mean,
Yeah.
people are just mean. And I'm so glad I live in Mayberry. I protected him. I would get in trouble and be sent to the principal's office and spanked because I would get mad because these other little kids would make fun of him. He can't help how he is. It's not his fault. God made us
Right.
all. God made us all. And just because you're a little different, you don't have a right to get on your pedestal and think it's okay to
Right.
put somebody else down. That's a no
Right.
no. That's ugly to me. That's ugly, 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 ugly. That's Patricia. Patricia's here. She's here.
I'll tell you one thing that I admire about you, as I mentioned about the bigger picture, right? Um, you're out there teaching so many people. about this illness, right? Because you live it every single day. And I'm out there being proactive about teaching people you cannot stigmatize another human being that may be going through a mental illness. That's my,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what my platform was built for, so that we look at it. Now, when we're walking down the street, and I'm walking down the street, and you're walking down the street, and I'm telling my friend, you know what, I'm actually going through an issue right now. Someone told me I have testicular cancer. The response from that friend will say, "Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that. You know, what can I do for you?" Right? So your friend is very caring when you're
Do
going through
you
something
have
like that. No,
testicular
no, no.
cancer?
I'm just an example. Just
Oh,
just
okay.
just go as an
I'm
example.
sorry. I'm just about
No,
to
no,
cry.
no.
I thought, oh my goodness, I've just
No,
met
no,
you,
no.
but I didn't
It
love you. You've got
it's
cancer.
a
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to share the example of
Okay,
where
okay.
we need to be mindful about folks that
Yes,
have mental
yes,
illness, right?
yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm with a friend, and my friend, I tell my friend, hey, I have cancer, whatever it is, and that person says, um, I tell them I have cancer, and they said, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Is there something I can help you with, right? But if I told another friend that I'm actually going through an issue with psychosis, what do you think their response would be? Their response would probably be like, you're going through what? You
That's
know what
what
I'm
I'm doing.
saying?
I'm like
Yeah.
this. What? What?
But
What do you
my
mean? Are you crazy? Are you going to hurt somebody? Are you going
yes,
to harm
yes.
somebody? Are you going to do? And that's what people don't understand.
And that's the
I'm
mo
not a good soul.
that's what I want to break. I totally
Yes,
want to
I
break.
do too.
I totally want to break that, because mental illness and physical illness are part of a whole body. It's part of
Yes.
who we are as a person. We give compassion to someone who has a cancer, but we don't give compassion to someone who has
Yes.
struggling through a mental illness.
Yes.
That to me is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going through a whole person struggle. You feel me?
Yes.
And so
Mm-hmm.
part of that for me is making sure people are aware that we cannot stigmatize folks
Yes.
that are going through
Mm-hmm.
either a substance use issue or a mental
Yes.
health issue,
Mm-hmm.
because they're all part of our whole body. Just
Exactly.
because I tell you physically there's something wrong with me and you care about me, and then all of a sudden I tell you there's something, a mental health issue that I'm going
Yes.
through, and you don't care about me anymore, that is what I'm trying to tell people,
Yes.
that you care about that person from a whole person perspective. And
Preach,
so
brother, preach.
so
Mm-hmm.
when you came out there and you talk about your story, Ginger Snap, that's when I say this woman is empowered to talk the truth and nothing but the truth, and not be afraid to throw it out there, and is not afraid to show that love for yourself. Because really, when you're going out there to do that therapy, and you said you're not telling anybody, I'm going to turn on this camera
Yes.
and I'm just going to start to talk, that is loving yourself. Because now
That's what I'm learning.
you're
Mm-hmm.
giving that validation that it's okay to be who you are. And guess
Yes.
what? The people that are around you, that surrounding you right now, the people that you named initially, that you
Mm-hmm.
said you love so much, that came out of nowhere, that
Mm-hmm.
they really wrap their hearts around you,
Mm-hmm.
those are your supporters that understand you. They're
Mm-hmm.
not out here to get anything else but to give that pure
Mm-hmm.
support to you, because they know your heart is real. And
Mm-hmm.
so you'll see folks come up from that understand the struggle, they'll come here and support you. So I commend you, my sister. I commend you, Ginger Snap, because not a lot of people are strong enough to do that. We have some of um, our most adverse folks that are going through the struggle are homeless. Some of our adverse folks are are having substance abuse issues and not dealing with them. Um, but you are at a platform that allows you to speak. I'm gonna start crying. It allows you to speak, to be
Please.
honest and truth from your heart, and that right there drew me to you. And the people that spoke so highly of you, that I heard in the background, my fellow creators, I was like, I need to get her on this platform, because the work that she's doing is so important. It's more than just the mukbang. You know what I mean? It's more than just the food that's on the table, on the plate in front of the camera. It is you, that is um, giving us that love. You're educating people. You're breaking the stigma, and you're telling us that we are human too. And so I want to say so much thanks for that. And I'm going to get in tears. I'm sorry. Because those kind of souls in your path, you find the strength to be who you are, but you also find the strength to heal in some of those issues you go through. I think you are certainly in the right path. You found a place to have recovery, and these people are here to help you support that recovery. So I'm empowering you. I'm giving you that hope. That's part of the movement, right? That's part of breaking that stigma when it comes to mental health issues or health, the way that people look and perceive mental illness. That I honor you, I empower you, and give that hope and shed that love and light to you. And you continue to rise, my dear Ginger Snap, because you are making a huge impact, whether you know it or not. It's not about the subscriber count. It's not about the food in front of the
I
table.
don't care about none of that
It's
stuff. Yeah.
about that human connection that you make on a daily basis with people that are watching your videos and you tell the story. We'll leave it right there. That's the damn truth right there. Is when you tell your story, you're impacting so many people. And ultimately, you're doing it for yourself. That's the
I
beauty
sure
of
am.
this, right?
I
Here's
am.
the beauty. Here
I
is
am.
the beauty. Here is the beauty in all of this.
I
Is that
mean,
you
I
turn
really
on
am.
you
I
turn
don't care. I don't look at numbers. I don't even know how to read a analytic. I don't even know nothing about it. I just know that I ain't supposed to use dirty words. I can't use violence as far as guns and stuff. Y'all know I suck at Eddington. I literally get on here with my thing and I talk for my therapy. I don't know the rules. I don't know none of it. I'm literally am here and I just want to try to support people that have helped me along the way. And I have met so many wonderful people. I have met
it's
so
a
many wonderful people.
it's amazing people out here. You never think that you'd open up a camera and just film something and people respond to you.
Never,
And
I
then
really truly thought, honest to God, that I would just be here and I'd be talking. And I have, okay, who's going to be out today? What are we going to do today? And never until you said that, never did I realize that I could help and impact somebody.
you do. You
But
do.
I never knew that. I mean, I
Yes.
literally,
Let me verify that for you. You have 21 people in this house right now that are screaming from their heart, along with me, that each and every one of us are being impacted just by you being on this camera. So
that's
imagine the it's overwhelming, but let me tell you, it is the truth. It's the tooth truth. I would say it's the tooth truth. Um, that's the truth. People wouldn't be sticking around for almost an hour listening to our conversations and you going off about your stories if they didn't care about you.
I know, but I
They're
just,
not here for me. They're here for you.
oh, don't you say that.
I'm
Don't you say
serious
that,
now.
young
I'm
man. Don't
serious
you
now.
say that.
I'm serious.
Uh-uh.
They're here for you. So I
Now,
wanted to. Oh
I
Lord,
get
here
to,
we go.
I want to ask
Oh
you
Lord,
some
here we go.
questions. We're going to turn the tables.
On
And
your show.
I've got
I promise I will
everybody.
do it on your. I'm gonna do it on your show.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. But you're going to
Yeah,
have to set us back up, and then I'll do that. And
yeah,
you'll
we
have
could
to
do it.
help me.
And here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. We could totally do it the opposite way. I could sit in that hot seat, even though I get nervous in the hot
I
seat.
just want to know three things since I've met you
Yeah,
and really got to talk to you. But we can wait.
absolutely.
We'll do it on my show. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
would
how.
love
You'll have
to.
to help me.
I'll walk you right through it, boo. I will
You
walk
did
you right
tonight,
through
and
it.
I thank you. I thank you so much for that. And I thank everybody. And also, Donna's dinner time, she helped me learn how to edit the front from the back. I didn't know how to do that either. I didn't have a clue.
Y'all,
Everybody, I'll be
let me tell you
honest,
something.
everybody that has helped me has been, and I don't like to ask nobody questions. So I just follow through. I did ask Casey Connection what kind of camera she had because this is before I ever started YouTube. Her thing was so clear, and I asked her first, can
Yeah,
I call you Auntie? Because everybody calls you Auntie. I asked permission. Can I call you Auntie? And she wrote back, yes, niece.
that
So
is
she
so
allowed me
cute.
to call her that. Yeah. And so I got the same camera she has. And of course, I take tons of pictures of my grandbaby and my family, but she don't know how to use it because I don't know nothing about an import and a
What
C
kind of camera is
drive,
it?
E drive, and
What kind of camera
wait,
is it?
wait just one second.
You guys, if I've missed you guys in the chat, I am so sorry, guys. I know there's been a lot of folks that have been coming by, and I've been missing you. Miss Tasty Mafia's in the house. Thank you, Miss Tasty Mafia. MRTV, my sis, how are you doing, MRTV? MRTV came in here, and I already started crying. Sky Ray Eats is in the house. What's going on, Sky Ray?
Hello,
What's happening,
Sky
fam?
Hey, girl.
All right,
How about
and
her?
look, my husband don't ever get up on here and make a comment, and he over here talking about he love you, Ginger.
Oh, I love you, hubby.
He don't ever watch y'all. He don't watch me.
Oh,
He
he
don't ever
don't.
watch. He
Yeah,
been watching this. He been
yeah.
watching this whole time. You know why? Because he
Oh,
wanted to get to know you. Because I was telling your story, and so he been watching this whole
oh.
time. Y'all
He had me.
ask anyone that's been here. That he don't ever come in the chat. So for him to say I love you, Ginger, that means a lot.
Oh, I love you, hubby. I do. Hope I meet y'all one day.
Chino's in the house. What's going on, Chino? How are you? Thanks so much for popping on by. I like that tooth. I like that name, Tooth Truth. Oh, you want to get into the Tooth Truth booth? Because we will read you to filth if you. I'm just kidding.
The tooth truth
Truth
booth.
booth. We gonna get you in that hot seat. Charmaine says the missing tooth. Ginger has inspired to me to try video therapy.
Ah, good girl, Charmaine. Is that what her name? She said Charmaine.
Yes,
Do
I
it,
love
girl. It's
that.
the best therapy you'll ever have. I promise you. It
I
don't
love
matter.
that
Just
idea.
just talk and talk and talk. Just talk and pour your feelings out. It's the best thing ever.
I love that idea. Oh, Ginger, honey, you know, girl, I'll help as much as I can anytime you need it from Donna's Dinner Time. Anytime you need.
Yes, Donna. Thank you.
And of course, Tammy is giving Bo the peaches and a kiss. So Tammy's saying she wants you to kiss her ass.
I
Excuse
don't know
me.
who Tammy is.
That's my
I'll be
twin.
honest, I don't know
That's
her.
my girl from Texas.
I know you told me that, but I'm just saying
Oh,
I
you don't
didn't
know her?
know that.
She just
But I
connected with
will
you.
now.
Yeah, she just connected with you. She just
Okay,
subscribed to
I
you.
will now. Tell her I'll check her out and I'll support her.
Awesome.
I didn't know who she was.
That's my country girl from Texas.
Woo
Um,
woo! I'm this country girl from Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Ginger
And then
Snap.
Jackie Huff says, Miss Ginger. Oh, what happened? Okay, Miss Ginger has such a beautiful soul. I love you always.
Oh, thank you, Miss Jackie. I
And
appreciate that.
Tasty Mafia is my country girl from Tennessee. She is from Memphis.
Hey, listen, you're in Memphis. I'm 3.5 hours away. We can hook up. We can hook up.
And y'all will be lit.
We
Lit,
can hook
lit.
up, young lady.
I know I missed a lot of folks in the chat, but I just wanted to go back to the folks that I could go back to and say at least hello. But I wanted to first say thank you guys for coming on out and supporting Miss Ginger Snap here. I was so honored. I was waiting. I was like, can we really get a date? Can we get a date? So it's been a week and a half out, but I'm so happy that
Yeah.
she came on out to the show, you guys, for today. Does anybody have any questions? Would you be willing to take questions, Ginger Snap?
If they have them, I'll ask. I'll
Okay.
answer them. I don't care.
If you guys have, I do have one question though. It's
Yes.
related to food, and the
Okay.
question is, what is your go-to meal that you cook very well?
Oh, my mama's spaghetti sauce. I am an Italian girl. She loves it, and my mama fixed a. She was playing around in the kitchen because we garden, we raise gardens, we cook. To me, it's therapy. I have so many wonderful memories with my mama. We make such good. I make some very good salsa, by the way, homemade. But spaghetti sauce. I love spaghetti. That is my comfort food, and maters and macaroni.
What is that?
You
Tell me
just
more about
take,
that.
okay, you take elbow macaroni
Uh huh.
and you just boil it like you're going to make real homemade macaroni and cheese. But then you take your homemade maters that's in a can that you canned yourself. Of course, if you don't have a garden, you can't do it. But if you just pour that over into it, when I was a young girl, We would always eat supper about 6 o'clock. I grew up on a farm. I can drive a tractor, haul in hay, raise backer, bottle baby calves, the whole
Over
entire works.
in the yonder back yonder.
And the yonder back yonder, and the hamburger tree, and the hamburger tree, honey. JB
I had
Graham
a
said, I got that from the hamburger tree, and I wrote laughing. Somebody asked, somebody in the comments said, what's a hamburger tree? I
hamburger
said, my
tree.
cows. My cows in the field, they're the hamburger tree. Because we kill 2 or 3 cows a year and we use the meat. That's the
Yeah,
purpose of it.
right.
I didn't give them all that just to have to look pretty. It's to help feed you. So but I can remember being younger, and we would have supper early. We would always eat about 6 o'clock, and we ate together as a family. Us kids would talk about our day. We always worked together as a family. My mama did not work. She was a stay-at-home mama. She fed the farm hands. She cooked for the poor. She cooked for deaths. She sung at every funeral in my little hometown because my mama had a voice of an angel. And I'm literally fixing to do, I'm going to post about, I don't know, a 3 or 4 minute video of my mama singing. And I mean, I'm
Oh,
telling you, it'll get you because my mama literally had a beautiful, beautiful voice. Beautiful voice.
oh,
So anyway, we would eat supper, and our bedtime was 9 o'clock, and my parents didn't play. At 9 o'clock, you went to bed. Didn't matter if you fell asleep, but you went to bed. We ate supper together. We watched the Cosby Show, or what was that one show with Michael J. Fox? His
oh, oh shoot! It's on the tip of my tongue. I
and
know what
then
you're talking
Kirk
about.
Cameron's family, Growing
Yes,
Pains, and
growing
then
pains.
Michael J. Fox, and then we watched Webster. And so
Yes.
on different days of the week, after supper was done, there was one TV. It was in the living room. We all sat around as a family. There was a real fireplace burning, and it would burn, and we would all sit and we got to watch 1 hour of TV. And the rest of the time, Mama said bedtime. We hugged and kissed our parents, and we went to bed. If we fell asleep on the couch, my daddy would pack us up and put us in bed. And then we went to bed. I literally, honest to God, had a Walton upbringing. For
Oh my
real.
gosh, the
I had
Waltons.
I literally had a Walton. I really did. Our little house on the prairie. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't live in a cabin, but our house actually come off the Cumberland River that I love. I love that story. It's a 5 bedroom home, but it is an old it's a country home. It's got the
Yeah.
dog houses in the front. It's got the works. It was 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they literally took it out of the Cumberland River and hauled it over and placed it over here in Cyclone. And it is just
Wow.
so there's just so much history. I mean, I just like cow manure or cow pasture, whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
I live in Mayberry, honey. She
Oh my
lives in Mayberry.
gosh.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a simple person. I really am. She's a simple person. She's crazy. She's crazy, but she's a simple person. I'll bake you a cake and give you some iced tea, or we'll drink coffee. But if you make me mad, I might liable to hit you if something comes out. You never know. You never
But that happens in the ghetto too. I mean, where I lived, I'll be just as nice to you, but trust and believe a knife will come right out if you try to do something with me. So I
That is
mean, it.
that's so funny that you said that because I have remember I was talking about Zadie Chunk Chunk.
Uh huh.
Because that's Beloved's son. So I had just did a video and I put it on my Instagram story of them because they had cracked me up in the video, and I had watched him as long as I had watched his mama.
Yeah.
So I mean, I went back and watched videos when he was with a guy named Mark, and they were in apartments and friends and all this stuff. But I wrote laughing because he shouted me out in one of his videos, and he said, "Now she's country and she's all about leftovers, but now she got some ghetto in her." And here's the thing: I don't even know what ghetto means. I don't know what boo means.
You don't
Ryan
know what
is
boo means?
no Ryan calls me boo. Ryan Black Denim calls
Uh
me
huh.
boo. And
It
Lips
means like hunt. It means like hun, like
Sebastian
honey.
calls me Boo, and I'm like, I hope
I
that's
called you
not
boo.
word.
I called you boo earlier too.
You did, but that's what I said. That's what I was fixing to say. I was like, boy, I hope that's a nice word. Because I don't know what it means.
It don't it don't
She
mean
don't
you're
know what it
Casper or
means.
something.
Say what?
It don't mean you're Casper or anything like
Well,
that.
I didn't know what it meant. I thought, I hope they're not like calling me a biddy.
No.
You know, I was like, I hope that means a nice word. I mean, she
It
don't
means
know.
it means honey, like hun
Mhm.
or
Well,
babe.
I'm gonna straight up tell you right here, fact and truth. When you said that to me, I instantly jumped on Google and typed in, what does boo mean? And it popped up in slang word, and it was an endearment.
It
An
is
endearment.
endearment.
So I
Yes.
knew that when you called me that, and when Ryan called me that, and when production called me that, that was an endearment because I was,
Yes.
are they cussing me?
It means
You know,
honey. It means
you don't
babe. It means
know.
love.
Yeah, no, that's what I know now. It's an endearment. It's a kind word. You wouldn't
Yes.
think it. But I thought, oh my goodness, he's called me boo. I can't get this stupid computer to work. It's just not look. I can't do nothing. It makes me so mad. I can't see straight. I have this such bad luck. And here I don't want to ruin his show. He asked me to be on it, and I want to be on it, and I can't do him right, and I'm trying to do him right, and I've just messed up. I mean, she just
and
had
he
a complete breakdown. She had
and I'm
a
over here calling you
complete,
boo.
exactly, because I didn't know. I was like, he's mad. He's mad at me
No, I could
because you're
never
messing up.
ever.
Well,
No,
I'm
I
just
could.
saying. I mean, but that's what I try people to realize. You know, you have to realize once upon again, and once again, I'm in a little hometown of 2,800 people. If I knock on your door and I bring you a cake or I bring you supper, I don't want nothing from you. I
Right.
just want to say, here, I'm proud of you. Have some cake.
Yeah.
And I'm going on about my business. But in this world today, people are just are cynical and they're mean.
Yeah.
And and they
They want
want they
something in
think
return.
that you want stuff from them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nothing from nobody. I really, truly don't. I just want to support you. I just want to love you. And I'm just here for some therapy. Because y'all can tell she's cuckoo. But
Everyone
I'm
loves you
cuckoo
though.
in a good way. I'm
Yeah.
not mean. I'm not mean.
No, not at
No,
all. Not.
I'm not mean. And I
Mm-mm.
really do have a good heart.
You do
I
have a good heart.
Yes, I do. I give to people all the time at work. You know, that's what I love about working in a little country, small place because we actually have a mental facility over there.
Oh.
And they come in all the time. And I love them. And Dr. Love, I can say that. That's not breaking HIPAA because that is so not nothing, his
Right.
name or nothing.
Right.
I nicknamed him Dr. Love. He
Oh.
literally, but this is a true story. He literally, truly was a psychiatrist for real
Oh.
back in the day. And I love this man. And bless his heart, it just everything got to him. He was abused as a child because back in the day, they lived on a farm. They had like a cow and a pig. They didn't have a lot. They had to milk the cows for milk. They would kill chickens. They had to do what they had to do. And his daddy used to beat him when he would get mad
Yeah.
with a stick of wood.
Yeah.
But he knew that he did not want to be that way. So he come out, he growed, he went better, and he made a psychiatrist to help people to understand because he always had something here. It's like a fuzzy feeling. It's it's like a buzz. The best way I can explain it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you wake up in the mornings and you're getting ready, and sometimes you may act like a 2 year old because you don't want to work, but you have to. So somebody stronger comes along and says, okay, you got to get up. You have to support your family. You've got to get up and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get up and you're a raging psychotic Daisy May that's pissed off because the floor is cold or because the towels wasn't folded in the correct way. And you're up by yourself, so you're not bothering nobody, hurting nobody. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Some mornings you wake up and you're in a fetal position like a 5-year-old. You're crying for your mama. You cry so hard for her because you need her and you miss her because she is your validator.
Yeah.
And she's the one that got you. And she's the one that gets you. And then you wake up and you're normal. You're Mrs. Cleaver. You're Beaver's mama. You're making breakfast. You're happy. The birds are chirping and you're happy about it.
And Dr. Love has gone through that too. With he's gone through
Yes,
that kind of
yes.
situation. Wow.
Dr. Love went through every bit of this, and that was his main part of it. Dr. Love, that was his main thing. He understood it, he got it. So when his people would come see him and tell them them's feelings, he was able to help them because he
He
understood.
right, right.
He lived it. He
Yeah.
lived it every single day of his life. He understood it, he got it.
Yeah.
So he would help them. And bless his little heart, 45 years in practice and
Wow.
helped people. And you know what? He didn't like to medicate people. I'm not medicated. I refuse. I refuse to
Right.
be medicated. I don't want
Yeah.
to be medicated. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be so medicated that I'm like,
Right.
I don't know my children or I don't know my grandbaby or I don't know
Right.
these things. I don't,
Because
I don't,
you understand medicine as well.
yes,
That
I sure do.
the what it's supposed to be for, sometimes the
Yes,
adverse effects are so much
yes,
worse than what
yes,
it's trying to treat. So you
yes,
definitely understand that process. You
yes,
see that, in your patients all the time.
exactly,
So luckily, you have a choice to be able to say, no, I'm not going to go there.
exactly.
And I'm going to find alternate ways to deal with what I have and the therapy that you're going to go through,
Yes.
and build some skills so that
Mhm.
you can cope with some of the things
Yes.
that you go
Yes.
through.
And cope in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And the coping in a good way is for me to put my iPad up, push the button, and have my therapy. If people watch me, they watch me. If people don't, they don't.
Yeah.
It's okay either way
Right.
because I am getting to clean my spleen, as I call it. It's called
Yes.
cleaning of the spleen. You're getting all these emotions out. You're getting everything out that you needed to get out. You're able to write. I have a journal and I write in it all the time. And you're able to, it's just, I mean, it's really, really good. I just don't really know how to explain it. And like I said, once you feel good, I used to be on Prozac. They put me on Prozac. I was on Prozac for 10 years, 80 milligrams. And I kid you not, 10 milligrams didn't work. They moved me to 20. 20 didn't work. They moved me to 30. 30 didn't work because each time for about 2 weeks, it was like I was really calm. It was like I was more Patricia. Patricia's more the godly one to say, no, we don't act this way. No, we mustn't be ugly. We don't need to do these things. And so
Mm-hmm.
we follow through those steps like that. But then it wouldn't work. And then all the fuzzy noises would come and the in the brain it's just a cycle and it rolls and rolls and rolls. It's like you've got a tornado in your brain. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me to try to explain it. And you have to remember, okay, I'm a mama, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a worker, I'm a Christian, this, and you go through the processes of it all. And then you can take a deep breath and you can focus. And then my favorite saying is put your big girl panties on
Yep.
and you can focus and nail that day up. And every morning before I leave for work, and I have been doing this now for probably 10 years, I look in the mirror right before I flip the light off and I say, and I'm going to say a cuss word, so I apologize.
Do
But
it.
I say, look, you're like, do it, do it. Don't make nipples come out. Don't, because
No.
she's crazy. I'll be throwing knives and breaking glass and everything. She'll say, I look at myself and I take a deep breath and I say, you are a badass bitch. You put your big girl panties on and you're going to go in and you're going to nail this day out. Positivity and happiness is what's going to
Yes,
come of today. And then
that's right.
I blow a kiss up and I walk out the door. And I've done that for 10 years now because I learned when I first seen the psychiatrist, he made me take a mirror and he made me look at myself. And he wanted me to look at myself, and I didn't know why he wanted me to look at myself. And he said, "What do
Right.
you see?" And I said, "An old ass woman is what I see." And and that was 10 years ago. And he said, "No, look deeper." And then I would look, and I would say, "I see bunches of things, different things." He said, "What?" And I said, "I would see a little girl in front of a mirror putting lipstick on. I would see somebody singing at church with a songbook. I would see somebody planning out like death. I would see all these different things." And so, as I told him what I seen, because when you look in a mirror and you're looking eye to eye, and somebody's telling you to really look, you're very focused.
Yes.
You can actually see little images of things that you see.
Mm-hmm.
You really can. I know you probably think I'm batshit crazy, and she is, but
No,
it's okay. I'm a
but
thing.
let me just empower you because
She
what
was
I'm going
not crazy, y'all.
let
I'm not
let
mean.
me
I'm
let
not
me
a violent person. I'm
you are
not.
not a violent person, but let me tell you
I was
something that I
a
am
mom.
going what I'm gonna take from this interview today is I'm gonna walk out my house tomorrow morning. I'm gonna say I'm a badass bitch
You
because
go. That's right. That's
because
right.
trust me, there are days where I'm feeling like I don't know if I can handle work today. It's gonna be stressful. I know it.
Exactly.
I
It
have
will
back
beat
to
you
back meetings.
down. It
I
will
have
beat
these
you
deadlines I got to
down.
get to. But guess what? I'm gonna look in the mirror tomorrow morning. It's a Friday, and I'm gonna say, "You a badass bitch," and
That's
I'm gonna
exactly
walk
right.
out.
Just look right in it before you flip the light off. You're a badass bitch. Put your big girl panties on and nail this day out. We're gonna
Oh
have a good
Lord,
day.
do I gotta wear panties now?
Well, you can wear underwear. Listen. I wear my husband's underwear all the time, honey. Listen, I done post stuff on the YouTube streets, honey, telling my business.
Let me make sure I'm saying hi to all the people that are in
Yes,
here.
please do.
Um,
I thank
yes,
everybody. Y'all be
no,
sure to check them out.
everyone is
I need
so
videos.
engaged. Everyone is so engaged, Ginger Snap. Everyone is engaged in here. Beauty with T is in the house. Crystal
I know.
Marie and DJ Eats is in the house.
Hey,
Um,
girl.
I saw Bustos Boboys are in the house too. Oh my gosh, I'm missing so much. Everyone is talking amongst
I'm
themselves.
sorry.
No, no, no. That's fine. The Artist Devil is in the house. What's going on, Artist Devil? Um, let's see. Una Poca Loca is in the house. Now,
I've been seeing her lately. I
you've
have
been
been
seeing
seeing
her?
her.
What
I've
have you
been
been?
seeing, well, I've not got to really, I'll be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you, Una Poca Loca, but I've been noticing her a lot, and I've been aiming to go check her like really, truly out, like really watch. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, she's my one of my sisters. I love Una
She
Poca Loca.
is? Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's perfect then.
yeah.
That's perfect.
She's one of my day ones, along with Angela Ortiz, Marcos
Okay.
Eats, the Sea Circle,
Oh, yeah.
Beauty with T. Those are my your squad that you come in with,
Mm-hmm.
that have been very very just supportive of each other. That you can count on. Those are really really good people.
Oh, I know
Um,
because I've got Beauty with T. I did her beat her in
yeah,
Simply
you
Face
did
Your
her
Mouth.
beat challenge. You
Beat
did
the
her
face.
beat
Listen,
challenge.
honey, beat
Yes,
the
you
face.
did.
I really thought beat the face here in our neck of the woods. We hit people. What are you talking
I
about? Beat a face.
I love that video. That
Mhm.
was hilarious.
Well,
I
I mean, like
always
I said, I just get out here. I'm raw. I'm open. I'm real. And I'll be honest. Everybody has been so nice to me. They have been so good to me. I only had one ugly person. And boy, it hurt my feelings bad. It did. It hurt my feelings bad because I'm not
that
an ugly person. You
but
know what
guess
I'm saying?
what?
I'm
We
not
have to
mean.
prepare ourselves in this industry
Well,
as we get bigger.
here's the
There's going
thing.
to be more than one.
She didn't know that because remember, I don't look at subscriber counts. I
Yeah.
don't look at analytics. I don't even know what an analytic means. I don't look at none of that stuff.
Mhm.
None of that stuff. I
Cuz we know your
literally
goal.
pop it on, and she's here for her therapy. She feels better when she's done, and then she goes on a very merry way, and then she tries to catch different new people, different
Yes.
new people every day, and then I try to support them. And no, I don't want nothing from you. She just trying to support and be nice.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
Beauty with T says your energy is definitely happy and bright, and you show it every video. That's why we love you.
Oh,
You're beautiful, and you deserve all of the life happiness.
oh, thank you, Miss Beauty with Tea.
Una says I always
She's
get big girl
always got
panties
her.
on. I'm trying to get skinny.
Me too. Me too. Una Papa Lapa. Honey, me too. Honey, she trying to get that way too. She's about 15 pounds overweight. I understand.
Oh my God, Ginger Snap, I love you so freaking much from the Sea Circle. Who we fight? Simply Queso says, who we fighting?
That's right. That's my sissy. I love how she does all her expressions. She'll be trying to do a thumbnail or something. She'll be like, and I get so tickled. She gets so tickled over that. I'm like, you are a hot mess, sis. You're a hot mess.
Beauty with T said, when you say beat your face, you talking about a fist fight, baby. I feel cleaned out. Beauty with T is laughing. Ginger, I had to check you out once. I seen the video by Jay Grubbin. Shout out to her because she made me so
She
weak in that video.
She did. I did a reaction video, JB Grubbin. I watch every
Yep.
video she's ever posted. I watch every one of them. I have to catch up when I work on everybody. I strap you to, put you in my ear strap, and do my job. But do what things I have to do. But JB Grubbin, I love her. I love her. I
Yeah.
love her, and I love her story.
Can
Have you done her yet?
No,
You
no.
need
I
to
I
do her. You need to
okay.
do Simply K Simone. I'm gonna give you
I
some people.
I told Simple K Simone that I
Yes.
told her yesterday's stream that I want to get her on.
Okay. So you need to do JB Grubbin.
Let me get my sister Simply in first before JB
Yes.
Grubbin.
Yes. Then Simply K Simone.
I do have dine with um dine with Gina Diva on Sunday. If you guys
Yeah.
never heard
Listen, I got a secret. Oh, I can't tell it. I can't tell it. She
Why you
can't be
teasing it?
telling.
Don't be telling, no spilling no tea up in here. We don't do that.
We can't spill tea. We can't spill tea. But just know I'm on vacation.
Yes, you're
She
going
on
to you.
vacation.
You're going. Okay, never. I know where you're going.
Ah. She
That is
gonna
gonna
ice
be
skate. She gonna
that. Li-
ice skate.
yes. Wait a minute. How long are you gonna be at this certain place?
It was, I'll be honest, because I'm straight up telling you now, I could not afford it. But my best friend and the situation that happened and how it worked out, we got a steal and a deal. We're going to be staying a very, very nice place. We're going to only be there 3.5 days. And
But you
there's
make the best out of it.
no,
I'll tell
oh,
you.
listen,
Yeah.
when
Have
we
you
went
ever
to
been?
Vegas, no,
Have you
I've
ever?
never, no. You
You're
want
gonna
to see
love it.
me? You want to see me in Vegas? They literally, I'm in Vegas, and I'm shocked that I can walk down the street with a margarita in my hand. I was
Yes.
waiting for the police to come arrest me. And I had cash stuck up here in the brassiere. And I'm walking along. I gave away $75 that I really didn't have, but I felt sorry for these people. And literally, a cop come up to me and said, "Honey, would you quit please doing that?" And I said, Quit doing what? I hid my alcohol behind my hand because I thought I was going to jail. I tore all to pieces. Okay. And he said, "You can bring the alcohol out." And I was like, "It's just a margarita." I was tore up in front of the police. This little woman comes up and hands me a card. I take the card and I was like, "I don't know what she gave me." And the
Uh
officer
huh.
said, "Where are you from? Because I can tell by the way you talk, you are not from, I
Not
don't really
from
know where
here.
you're." Look, he's like, "I don't even know where you're from." I said, "I'm from Kentucky." Kentucky. He said, "Everybody, I have been watching you. everybody that you've been giving money to, how much money have you given away? And I said, well, about $75, but they're pitiful. They needed it. They were sad. This person had a sign and said he is blind and needed help. This person needed this and that. And he said, honey, they're hoodooers. He said, do you understand what the word hoodooers mean? And I said, yes, sir. I surely do. I know what a hoodooer is. He said, honey, just leave it alone. I need you to keep your money. And that card right there, do you even know what that's for? And I said, no,
It's for the strip club.
no, it was a prostitution. We had prostitution. I ain't never heard. We don't prostitute in my hometown.
They do in Nevada.
No, we don't prostitute. I said, they think I want to go to a prostitution place? He went all to pieces. He went all to pieces, and he was rolling laughing, and he said, ma'am, I don't mean to make fun of you, but I need you to keep your money tight. I need you to try not to act like a tourist, and I need you to enjoy this place. And my name is so-and-so, and if you need help, here's my card, and you please call me, because I don't need you to have any problems. And about that time, a man in a wedding dress and a full beard come out in front of me, and I went,
You were
that
shook.
man had a wedding dress on. That man had a wedding dress. I don't say that.
Wait a minute now. From Mayberry to Las Vegas, that is a whole.
So
I mean,
can
you just
you
went on a
imagine-
different planet. You went to
So
a
can
different
you
planet.
imagine how I'm going to be where I'm going? Can you just imagine?
Yes, I know where you're going, and you're gonna have a
I know.
great time.
I
Make
cannot
sure
wait.
you get every experience that you can
Oh.
get.
Now, they
That-
said I can't go to one place after dark because there's all sorts of hot mess going on, and I did not need to see that such. Because
Yeah,
I
you
would
may
be the
not wanna
type
go
of
there.
person would say, now, why are you doing that? And I would. I would be like, can I ask you a question? Why are you doing it in that position? I mean, does that feel good? Is that any good for you? I seriously would. I ain't even telling a tale, honey. She ain't telling a tale. She
When
would
are you?
act
When are you going?
Sunday morning, and I'll be home Wednesday.
Yeah, you're gonna have a great time.
I
You
tell
enjoy
you,
it.
It's the number one on my bucket list. It's the number
Oh my
one on
gosh.
my bucket list.
I know exactly where you're going, and I'm not
I
gonna
know
spill
you
the
do.
tea on it. But I had a family member that lived there, and I used to go almost every year. And so, man, it's a good time there. It's a really
Well,
good time.
I actually work with a new guy. His name, I've nicknamed him Pinky because he's Italian. And so I nicknamed him Pinky. I nickname everybody. So I nicknamed him Pinky. And he told me what to do, where to go, how to be, what I don't need to see. And he said, for the love of God, are you listening to me? And I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, you cannot walk the streets going, Heidi, Heidi.
No, you gotta just.
Where are you? He said, I need you to become a bitch.
Yeah.
I need you to be focused. I need you to be rearing that head back, and I need you to walk straight. I said, oh,
Straight.
you want me to be like Sex on the City? Sex on
Yes,
the City people?
yes.
I can be those. I love that show. I can be those. He said, you need to be it. You need to be. I said, honey, I can be
Yes.
some man thing Carrie Bradshaw, Miranda, and all of them, honey. Let me walk the strips. Let me walk.
Just don't look like a hooker doing it.
Yeah, he was like, because I don't want you. He said, it's a good place. It's a very good place to live. It's a very, he grew up there. He
Yeah.
said, but just like any place you live, there's mean people. And bless your little heart, honey, you can't help it, but you just got idiot across your head. And people are going to come up on you. And I didn't get mad because he's telling the truth. Honey, she ain't the sharpest crayon in the box. My mama told me that.
You need to see this chat. They are cutting up laughing, Ginger
I
Snap.
can't see. I can't see.
I know they're laughing so hard right now.
She's can't see
Be-
y'all, but I thank y'all. Mwah.
Beauty with T says she is screaming. Simply K Simone is laughing. Donna's dinner time is laughing. Jackie Huff is laughing. AB check me out. Oh my God, I am dying. Skyray Eats says she is dying. Simply K Simone says I can't deal with my sister tonight.
She my sissy.
Tommy Bites TV is laughing as well.
Mommy, hi, baby.
She said that was prostitution. I can't breathe. Beauty
It
with T
was.
says.
It was real prostitution, y'all. She ain't
Uh,
never seen nothing like it. No, she ain't.
everyone is laughing with you. I just want to say that you are not only are you doing this as far as therapy, but you are such a hilarious person.
No,
And
she don't mean to be. She really don't. That's just who I am. I'm
but
just here.
those are your
I act like the
experiences.
way I'm acting with you every single day at work. I don't change. I'm not fake. What you see is what you
Is
get,
what you
honey.
get. Yeah. And
She's
we
here.
love that about you.
She's here.
Beauty with T says, "Child, I ain't done laughed and cried all my eyelashes clean off."
I don't want it in my head. Don't pee any britches, honey. Don't pee any britches.
D family's in the house. What's going on, D family? How are you? AB says she needs herself a drink. Uh,
I tell her go pour one.
Beauty with T says, "No, wait, girl, stay off that strip and hostro."
I don't really know what that means. What's a strip and holster?
The hostro.
What's that?
It's the avenue where the ladies be selling themselves. The prostitution.
Oh, a
The
holster.
hostro.
Oh, a holster. I never heard of that. Thank you,
Yeah,
Beauty.
yeah.
Never heard of
So
that.
now you got a boo, and now you got a hostro.
I know what boo means, and now I can say holster. Host,
Stroll, yeah.
host,
Hostro.
hostro. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, just watch out for the hostro. You see exactly when you get there, you know exactly where they're at because the way they look.
Let me tell you something. I'm sure lots of people are more educated than me, and that's okay because she don't watch TV a lot. But HBO, when I used to watch Sex in the City, they had this thing come out about Amsterdam. They
Yes.
literally have prostitution people
Yes.
up in a window
Yes.
saying,
Yes.
"Here you go.
Yeah,
Here's
come
the
on
price
in.
tag."
Grab
Honey,
you
she
some
was
coochie.
I was for
Yeah.
all the pieces. For all the pieces. I said, well, what in the tarnation is this mess going on? I didn't
you
understand it. I mean, I didn't. It tore me up.
look, people in this live stream are saying that you need a show. I encourage you to go live and do
I
your
would,
own show.
I'll be honest with you. I would love to do a live, but you had to literally spoon feed me baby food inside my mouth to get us where we are. I'm out in the hills and hollers. You know that I can't even. I ain't got a lick of internet, and you know that you spoon fed me. I
We
mean, I
will
should have been on your tit. I should have been a city baby to you. I should have been sucking the tit because you literally had to
but
walk me step by step.
we
Now
gonna
you
do that for you. I think that's gonna take off if
well,
you
let's do it together. Let's me and you do it
no, you
together.
need your own show, boo. I
No, let's me and you do
you
it
need your
together.
own show. You need your own show.
We'll
You
talk back and forth and just talk and holler and laugh and giggle, honey. We'll
you
talk
can
about the world's world.
you can have your own. Here's the thing: you can have your own talk show where you have a comedy show where you bring in one or two people and y'all cut up for a good hour or two. Once a week, that's a good live stream for you. You know how many hours? Well, we're not looking at analytics.
But I don't know how
Um,
to do none of that stuff. I don't even know
but
what you're talking about.
I will help you do it. Just like we did earlier today.
That's
We
what
did
I
it.
was saying. You
Yeah,
be with me. You be
that's
with me.
fine. I could do it from the beginning and help you kind of set it up. We just talk on Instagram like we did earlier and how I
hmm
walked you through it. I'll walk you through it so you could do your first show. How do we do that? After your trip.
I would love that. If you'll
After you,
help me.
yeah, absolutely, I will.
Listen,
I
pull the
would
titty
love
out.
to.
Pull the tit out. She gonna have to have the tit. She gonna have to have the tit, honey. 'Cause you're gonna tell the husband not to be mad. Tell the husband not to be mad at me. But
Oh
she
Lord
gonna
Jesus.
have to have the tit, honey.
She
Cause
said to
she
pull
don't
your
know how
titty
to do
out.
it.
I can't.
She don't have a clue.
Girl, you
You
you are.
literally had to
Whew.
breastfeed me, as I said, every step of the way. Like I said, even look, K. Dot Simone, she had sent me we were talking back and forth. Like I said, she was one of the first ones talking back and forth. And you know how you can push that button, there's that microphone, and you can talk like this, and they
Yes.
hear you. Bless her heart, honey. I was on her tit too, her trying to help me to learn. See, from the C circle, I was on her tit, and I'm their elders. I'm their elders. They should be on my tit, and I should be teaching them. And honey, they had to teach me. Donna from dinner's time was the same way, honey. She had to hold the button, and Donna was saying, now Ginger, now this is where we go. They were just talking so simple and so slow, and I was like, okay, now she said, Stephanie, 50 and climbing.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't have a playlist. Poor little Stephanie, 50 climbing. Y'all need to go check her out. Literally did a whole voice recording to do a playlist. Honey, she don't know what she's talking about. Honey, it was foreign language to me. She still, to this day, don't have a dead burn clue what she's talking about. She clueless.
Excuse me, Lord Jesus.
Simple.
I'm
She is
dying.
simple. I'm in Mayberry, and I'm simple. I don't care if you live in a house on wheels or if you're in a mansion. I don't care if you're in a horse and a cart to work or you're in a Ferrari. She don't care about things like that. She don't care. Shop
Look,
at the dollar store. I
Jackie
do.
Huff. Jackie Huff said I have to pull the pull the titty out. Tommy Bites TV said the granny titties. Wait a minute, I am older.
The granny titties. That's in that one show, honey, with my mom. I was telling a story. Honey, I was a shimmying down by my back, and a male nurse opened the door. These granny titties, honey, were hung down on my button. And he was like, looking. He couldn't even look at me. He kept looking, and I thought, why in the world would you want to look at these big old granny titties? Why in the tarnation would you want to even look at such mess? She don't
Oh
understand.
my god. See, look, we start the show all emotional and crying, and now I'm over here. I'm crying from laughter.
I know she
Um,
pay her pants. I've got tickled myself.
please tell us about the beat face video you got to. It was literally the best video you did. You did your thing, girl. Beauty with T said.
Honey, now listen. Beauty with T, like I told y'all, she don't, here in my neck of the woods, if we're going to beat a face, we fixing to beat a face. We ain't into that. Sybil's going to crawl out and going to be swinging. She ain't trying to be Betty Big Butt or trying to be ugly, but no, she ain't going to let nobody run over her either. And she ain't into violence. She ain't into people being ugly. But when it was actually, once again, I know I revolve around her, but it literally, truly happened this way. My story happened this way. B Love, one day in a in a video I was watching of her before I even thought about doing this and talking to my psychiatrist, she said she's going to get her face beat. And I thought, get her face beat? What is she trying? Why does B Love want to get her face beat for? Why does she want somebody to hit her? I literally was trying to process why Miss B wanted to get her face beat for. And then
Yep, yeah.
and then somebody, I think a little while ago, asked about wigs. That come from KC Connections. She was talking about Big Charlene way back. I watched her from the beginning when I found her through the little side box, and she was talking about wearing Big Charlene. And then one day she said she pulled something out, and I was like, she wears a wig? I didn't know people wore wigs. And I'm not being ugly or disrespectful. She just didn't know.
Right.
I just don't think about things like that. Like I said, I don't if you have that shirt on today and you wore it tomorrow, I ain't gonna say, oh, well, look at Toots. He's got that same shirt. I'm not thinking about that. I don't care.
Right. You just want to see if I still. You want to see if I still got a missing tooth.
Yeah, smile. Because, honey, she ain't got none here or none here. So when she eats, she's all gummed up here in the front because she ain't got nothing. I she's toothless. I understand. She just ain't
you
got
get
nothing.
you get my struggle.
I understand, honey. She understands. She
Oh
understands.
my gosh. I am dying, sis. Look,
I love you. We're
I
gonna be
love you
such good
too. Oh
friends.
my
We
God.
are. We're gonna be good friends.
I want to tell you that you are going to be very successful in that show. I am
But
calling it
listen,
out there.
pull
You
the
have
pin
so
out.
many people. I will help you. I will help you
Yeah,
get
you're
there.
gonna have to. I don't know what you're.
And
I don't even know how to begin.
I'm not the only one. There's a lot of us in this chat that are willing to help you on the StreamYard side. So if I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, the one.
available,
Mhm.
Beauty with T is here. Una Pocaloca is here. All of us have done the StreamYard thing before, so you could reach out to anyone here that has done StreamYard. We will get you started. StreamYard is free. You get 20 hours of free StreamYard a month. So again, if you do 2 hours or 3 hours a week of a live stream, you'll be fine. You'll meet your StreamYard, and it's free, and you don't have to worry about YouTube because you can't go live. Actually, you could do it from you actually could do it from your computer. But we'll work that all
Yeah,
out.
see, I don't know nothing. I know that some people before they made their 1,000 did it, but like I said, I don't think about them things. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I really, honest to God, don't think
yeah.
about those things. I grab
Any
my
one
little
of us.
iPad, she sets her down, she does her therapy, and she goes on about her way. And then so and so's challenging me for this, so and so's challenging me for that. So I've got a paper wrote down, but I'm on mandatory overtime, so I'm working so much and I'm exhausted. And then there's sometimes I just need a day just to not even process. Then I get on Instagram and all these people, which I love, and I thank each and every one of y'all. If y'all happen to be here, I'm not being ugly. I thank you, but please give me time and please be patient with me
Yeah.
also because
It's not.
I will support you and I will shout you out and I will be a supporter. But that's the thing. When I watch somebody, I watch you from the time I click the button till you in. I'm not one of those that watch 5 minutes, type something, and I leave. I literally try to seriously 100% watch you fully to the end because I know these people that have like 15, 16, 2,000 supporters and they're trying to get their watch time hours up. I really,
Mm-hmm.
truly try to help them get them watch hours. Now, they don't
Yes.
know me from Adam. I don't know them from Adam. Some people I absolutely love. As soon as I push play, I mean, I am just on it. Everything they
Yes.
say, everything they do is funny. And before I know it, I'm like, oh, they done had to quit. They're done. They're done. You know, I didn't want them to leave because I
Right.
was enjoying myself. Then you've got some people that I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't being ugly because I have my off days too, have off days, and they just don't keep your interest. You know
Yes.
what
And
I'm saying?
we all have that. We
Yes,
all have that.
that's what I said. I have my off days. You could watch me one day and love me the next day, and within 3 minutes, you're like, okay, girl, bye. I'm done with this. You're
Right.
boring me. You're boring me.
We're
But I
not
don't
always
try to do that.
we're not always everybody's cup of tea, right?
That's
And
what I
so
say all the time. You're not everybody's cup of tea, but here's the thing.
mhm.
There is millions and trillions and zillions and jillions of people in this world. You
Mhm.
know, you can, to me, you can be friends with tons and tons of people and support them and be there for them. But
Yes.
you also have, as you talked about your group in the beginning, you said that while ago, you had
Yes.
Uma Pakalaka. And I know I didn't say that right.
Una-
And I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm not being funny.
no, no, no.
I don't want her to be mad at me. I'm not being ugly. But Uma Pakalaka, and then Charmaine, and then you said,
I mean, there was a group of us that kind of came together at the same time when we first kind of started
right.
doing this.
But
So,
that's what I'm saying. So you sort of cling to that. And that's how I am because C Circle, K
mhm.
Simone,
Mhm.
Shell Eats, Tori Loves Food,
Yep.
Donna's Dinner Time, Chi Chi Eats. We, and I know there's somebody else, and I do not, don't be mad at me if I left you out because I watch you. I do. But don't be mad. Not Nasha May. But I'm just saying, there was this little group that is like when we got to talking to one another, we fit. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You fit, you got along with one another, you was there. And so we support each other. And since then I have met Stephanie 50 and climbing. I love the Fat Boy show. Like I said,
Mhm.
I dance like a dang gum fool. Honey, my big brainy titties are flopping. Honey, got blacked it out. And me, I thought I was going to have to call 911 because she couldn't breathe. The Veggie Pals. And, oh, crap. Christy and, not Christy, Krista and DJ Eats. And
Mm-hmm.
I see all these people in my head. And China Eats and all these people. But then from the beginning, before I ever knew about everybody else, it was really truly for almost 10 months. I think it was 9 months, and I still watch them every show.
Wow.
Big Love,
Mm-hmm.
Tay and Lou,
Mm-hmm.
Steph and Tosh, Lips, Sam's World, Black Denim, Sharika B, KC Connection, Nikocavo Adicavo. I don't ever say that right. Um,
Nikocado avocado. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't never say avocado right for some reason. They don't sound right when I come out. And Trader Trash Tammy and Dame Flaves by Dame Dash.
Uh-huh.
It was like and Yummy Bites. These were these one people through Miss B in the box on the side that I would watch. And so as I would be sad, heartbroken, my heart literally in two, mad at God. I would just get so mad I could not see straight and I would break stuff and throw stuff. And then when I would calm down, then would have to, well, not me, Patricia would have to go clean the mess up. And then she would be singing hymns and trying to soothe everything over. It's just a process. It's just
Yes.
a process. And what boils my butt, I mean, it boils my butt, is for people that don't have mental issues and they have lost something very important to them in their life, whether it be a parent, whether it be this, that, and another, because everybody grieves differently, y'all.
Yes. Yep.
Everybody grieves differently. My mama died October the 16th at 2:08 a.m. with me holding her hand in the morning. And where it come from, I will never know. And I've never told nobody this except my family that was present. But I took a deep breath and I broke out singing Amazing Grace. And I sung it perfect and I sung it beautifully. And all of a sudden, my aunts and uncles, my brothers and sisters, everybody chimed in. My voice never once quivered.
Wow.
I was straight laced because I knew my mama was gone. I had to be the one to
Yeah.
sit on my knees and tell my daddy, Daddy, Mama's been gone. And she's been gone for a very long time now. And she keeps smelling from the fluids. We've got to let her go because she was gone. There was nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody left the room except me and the doctor and one nurse that took her off. And I held Mama's hand and I said, I got you, Mama.
Thank you
And
for sharing that story.
she breathed on her own for 45 seconds. And I watched her take her last breath. And then my daddy and everybody came in. And I held my mama's hand. And as I said, I just went peaceful. It was like I had this peaceful numb over me. And I took a deep breath and I started singing Amazing Grace. And all of my aunts and uncles, my brother, my sister, even my poor little daddy, we all sung to my mama. And all the nurses and the doctors that was there showed us such respect. They stood straight laced with their head down in prayer as we sang my mama home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never told that. I've never told that. That's why I was waiting for therapy. I've had another breakthrough. I'll have to write it down for my therapist.
There's a reason why that came about. I
Phew.
think I think we have to understand we've been on for 2 hours and people here love you.
Oh, I didn't even
And
know. I don't even know how long. See, I don't pay attention. I'm sorry.
yeah. No, no, no. I'm
I'm
just saying,
sorry.
don't, please don't apologize. What I'm saying is people have been with you here for the last 2 hours hearing your story. We've been laughing, we've been cutting up. The people have been engaging with you and you built a trust in this platform. You and I having a conversation, but everyone else in the chat listening in.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't mean it ugly toward them, but I was just so focused telling you my story and talking, I just wasn't even thinking. I really wasn't. I was just zoned out.
It
I've
was
never
time for you
told that.
it was
Never
time for you to release it. I think it was just time for you to release that. And
didn't
what a
understand.
beautiful story to share that last moment with your mom, for her to pass and to sing in hymn in honor of her. You're doing two things. One, you're honoring her Christianity with that song, but you also honored her voice because she was the singer of the town. So in that moment, you honored her and you continue to honor her. And just by repeating that story, you resurface that honor that you have for your mom. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does perfect sense. And I was
Yeah.
fixing to say, thank you, young man. Thank you.
Young, I'm older than you, girl.
I know you are. I know you are, but thank you. Mm.
There's those special moments sometimes we don't
Ah,
realize when things have to happen and things have to be said.
oh,
And there's those little connections that you make in your life and those patterns of that happens.
uh-huh.
And I think this was that particular moment where
Whew.
it was just you had two breakthroughs. You had two breakthroughs today,
I sure
um, which is amazing. And it was our conversation. It was coupled by just the relationship that you have with the folks that are in the
have.
chat.
Mhm.
Um, so write those two things down. I think those are
Oh, I'm going to definitely.
yeah, and do what you have to do. Talk to your therapist about it. I think those were positive.
Oh, it
We have
is. I feel better because I never really got to grieve my mama's death because I was so focused on my little daddy being hurt and just devastated and me witnessing all that. And that's what my therapist told me. She said, you have to face it. And I didn't want to face it. I don't
yeah,
want to face
yeah,
it.
yeah,
She said,
yeah.
you're going to have to face it. And that's the whole purpose of the therapy is to walk me baby step through it until I can fully engage and fully be able to talk and release and be able to release that. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. It is my pleasure to do that. And um,
Mm.
yeah, and that's why I wanted you on the show. I wanted to
Oh.
get on a new perspective about once. I wanted to get to know who you were. Who is Ginger Snap? Why is everyone talking so much good about her? I want some good
Oh.
energy too. And but two, I want to say thank you as we're going into our second hour here for
I'm
spending
so
so good. No, no, no. Please do not apologize.
I
Please
know
do
I
not
feel bad
apologize.
though. You might feel bad.
No, I didn't even realize it was 2 hours until I
I
happened
don't
to look
either.
at.
I just feel like that me and you're sitting across at a table at a
I
restaurant.
know. I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already.
No,
Here's the thing: you have to be up at 4 o'clock, not me. And
I'm
it's
not
a.
from either. I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't want to take you off of your sleep. I don't
No,
want to take you off your
listen,
sleep
I would have
pattern.
been said, look, honey, she tired. She got to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I mean, I would have told you. I don't mean to be rude and ugly, but she would have told you.
A lot of people here love you. They're saying so sorry for your loss,
Yeah, I
and
can't sing
it's
that. Thank
sweetheart. We
you.
we love you, darling. We're praying for you and with you. We're all here for you, sweetheart. So, the amount of support that you get just in general from YouTube, right? Just strangers. Here's the crazy part. Every one of y'all is strangers. I'm talking to a dang
Mhm,
box. I'm reading people's texts, but that connection you get off of that is just unbelievable, right?
mhm,
Unbelievable. Hey,
mhm.
Miss Selena, my sister-in-law's in the house as well. Miss Selena,
Yes.
Donna's dinner time said, "Darling, I lost my mama and grandma at 14 and found myself homeless at 14. It never goes away, and I'll never gets easier. But you do learn to live with it on some level. But I cry every day."
I'm so sorry. I can't
Yeah,
imagine at
Donna.
14. I can't. I'm so sorry, Donna.
Thank you for sharing that, Donna. Those are life experiences. Like I
Mhm.
said in the beginning, we're all humans. We go through these, every different types of experiences. Rita Cruz said, "Tooth, you and your platform has helped so many. It's amazing to see how everything lines up for people to be able to open up. I
Yes,
want
yes,
if
Rita who? Yes,
Rita,
Rita Cruz. Yes,
hmm
Rita Cruz.
and that's what I wanted
I
this
mean, that's
platform to
a great
be.
group of life.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
want this
get some
platform to
ice.
be that.
You talk to people. I'm gonna grab me some ice. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Tommy Bite says the best therapy over is sharing and opening up. It frees your pain and exposes the depth of your soul. God bless you, Ginger. Yes, Tommy Bites. It's so true. Um, from there it was such you have to be live with it and push on. Yeah, it's not easy. Selena says condolences. Yes. Can't you feel the weight lifting off of your shoulders? You're feeling better and can have a take a deep breath. Healing is healthy, darling. I love that. Charmaine says, Donna's dinner time. I hate when people tell me it gets easier and it hasn't gotten easier yet. Yeah, that's true. I used to tell my hubby that when my mother in law passed away, and I would say, "Oh, it's gonna get easier," and
I'm
he
so
looks at
sorry.
me like, "You don't know you don't know what you're going through. What I'm talking about. You've not lost your mom. I have, and so I have to be mindful about that. To take it back, I'm not a stranger. What you mean you're not a stranger? What are you talking about, Una? Boy, we ain't no box. Oh, talking to strangers. But you build relationships on here, guys. You have to build that relationship is what I meant. Because we literally are, you walk into somebody's life and they're strangers. You don't know who they are until you get to know them. So, boy, I ain't no box. Don't speak too soon. They'll come up with a way where we can reach through the screen. I'm telling you, right? I wish I was here earlier. Here is a big hug for Ginger. Charmaine, it never gets easier. My mama has been gone 21 years and it hasn't got easier yet.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry, honey.
yeah, yeah. You know, when my hubby talks about his mom, I
Mhm.
could feel sometimes where he's feeling emotional about losing his mom, and he was there when she took her last breath too. And she was going through cancer, and she was at hospice, and so it was him and at her home, and the sister. And I tell this story often because it's so powerful. Death is both enlightening and hurtful. It's like you send someone back to God, but it's so painful that you do that. And sometimes the understanding of letting that person go to God, you have to like think back and say, why am I feeling so painful about letting my mom or whoever it is go back to God where she comes from, and God is all
Mhm.
love, just
Mhm.
knowing that she's no longer suffering. And at the last moments when my mother-in-law was passing away, my sister-in-law told her in her ear it's okay to go,
Yes,
you
yes.
know.
I started to say I was hoping.
Yeah.
I told my mama that. I told my mama the exact same thing. I was in there by myself with her, and I done knew when you work and you're medical, so anybody knows when you're there and somebody you just have that feeling. And like I said, my mama had been gone for a couple of hours, but everybody needed to say their goodbyes and everybody needed to talk. And my daddy held her hand and he told stories and stories about them when they was first married
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. But you could just raise an eye like this
You knew.
and your eyes are fixed,
Yeah.
frozen. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it so many times, even when I CPR'd as hard as I can to help this person come back or a child to come back, that you can't fight God. And I know this,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still pissed at God.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
For me,
Your,
okay.
with your husband,
Sure.
and you knew that he was down and out, and if hubby still, if he happens to be watching,
He's watching.
he's down and out, and he's so sad, and he's remembering and seeing and being there with his mama, going through all that. Does he still, after she's been gone for a little bit now, does he still feel anger?
I don't know so much that it's anger, that it's more like
Resentment?
a little bit of resentment, but not. I have not seen him get angry.
Okay.
Related to that, I have seen him get emotionally sad about it. But
Hmm.
angry, no, he's not got. I think he's past the anger.
Okay. See, I'm just
In the
always
beginning,
beginning
yeah,
of his
in the
book.
beginning. Oh yeah, in the beginning of his grief,
Yes.
it was a lot of anger.
Yes.
Just a lot of felt like he was abandoned. Like
Yes.
him and his mom
Pissed off at
were
God
very,
because he's his good mama.
yeah. I
When
mean,
there's
they were
people
very
out there.
close. Out of
Yes.
5 kids, he was the one that was the go to. And Selena's gonna get mad at me, but he
Mhm.
was the, she's in here, my sister in law. But she was, they were like best buds. And
Right.
so around that time that happened, it was really hurtful for him, and he was angry for a minute.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he dealt with it in other ways, which we won't be discussing on this show.
No,
But
we don't have to. Everybody
yeah,
has their own ways. You can tell it or
and
not. I
but
understand.
from time to time he'll mention it, and he'll mention like I miss my mom, but it's I don't know what he goes through on a daily basis. I
Right.
don't we
Right.
don't I don't discuss that with him, but there are intimate times where he'll just say, "My mom used to do this. Oh, I miss my mom."
Hmm.
Very casually.
Right.
Um but nothing, where it's been, when he has conversations maybe with his siblings,
Yeah.
they have conversations and they'll start laughing because the relationship with their mom was also fun
Yeah.
and funny.
Well, that's where we're sort of going now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like me, my sister, and my brother, and even Daddy? Like I took Daddy's supper the other day, and I was in there talking to him, and he broke down and started crying, and I was crying, and we were talking to this, that, and another. And then my sister come in, and then we got to talking about something about Mama did, and then we always laughing about it, and
Yeah.
it felt good because
Yes.
you want to talk about your mama, even though she's not there. You want her memory to live on. You
Right.
don't want to tiptoe around it.
Right.
But for so long, if I went to the dollar store or if I went to the Walmart or if I went anywhere, people would come up and if they even patted me or touched me, and I'm a loving person. Like I don't know you from Adam, but if I meet you, I'm wrapping you in my arms. I'm gonna give you a hug. I'm
Right.
gonna love on you and I'll be like, hey, I don't mean nothing bad. I'm just that type of person. And so when I would go to the dollar store, I would go to Walmart, I would go to these places, and people would come up and pat me or try to hug me. I would just be like this. It was like I just was like, oh my goodness, I felt panicky. I had
Mm-hmm.
panic attacks, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
when I went to church, I've not still be able to go to my home church that I've been to since I was 2 weeks old because my mama sat 2 pews in front of me. That's where
Yeah.
she was at. We all sung together. We sung. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna do a video one day of just my mama singing.
I love that.
And oh, she's got a beautiful soul, and I hope you get to hear it, and everybody else does. Beautiful voice. And so they always, and I know they don't do it on purpose. I know they don't, but it's like, okay, I'm here. I've made it. We're gonna make it through church. You've been here since you was 2 weeks old. I mean, I literally talked to myself, pep talked myself the whole way there. And the first song comes on, it'll be a song that me and my mom will sing. I'll pilot me. That is my favorite song. Jesus, pilot me, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I want that sung at my funeral when I pass away. And me, my mom, and sister, because we all sit in the pews right there. My brother, we're just lined up, 3 pews as a family at church that we've been to our whole life. And our voices get louder, our voices get happier, and our voices, because it is a beautiful, upbeat, positive song.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just all singing because we don't have, I'm Church of Christ, so we don't have instruments. We just
Mm-hmm.
acapella. And all of the voices are up, and you can just hear my mama singing. I'm telling you, I can't wait for y'all to hear it. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it in probably about 2 videos. She literally has a voice of an angel. And so
Oh, I can't wait.
I have to think she's not in this old bad world. She's not in this about she's not suffering.
Yeah.
She did not have to go through cancer treatments.
All
She
right.
didn't have to lose her hair. She didn't have to have chemo to deplete her white blood cell count. She didn't have to have the chemo to deplete her red blood cell count. I'm not having to draw blood from my mama and taking another unit of blood and cross match her blood to make sure it's okay that she can have it, to make her well, to make her happy. Because she was such a good, good, wholesome woman. God protected her from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the same time, I'm so mad at God because He lets killers and murderers and mean people and people that steal and people that talk bad about people and people that make fun of people and people, He lets them live. And I don't understand why. Because my mama was 64 and she was healthy. She
Mm-hmm.
was healthy. And then boom, she finds out she has this rare cancer. And then boom, I got 5 wonderful days with her. And I thank God for allowing me that. I do. Because I know God knows that I'm not all right here because He made me. And He knew I couldn't handle it. I was the last person my mama told. She
Mm-hmm.
told my sister first and my brother first. And the only reason I know this because my mama had it was their brother and sister. She had seven. There was seven of them total, and they all talked, and it was on Facebook. And she wanted me to read over everything, and I was like, okay. And literally, she said in it, "I've told Marianne. Michael knew something was wrong. I told her them, and I waited to tell Shell last because I knew Shell would go all to pieces, and she couldn't handle it. And I didn't do well. And my mama told me I went all to pieces, like my mama knew.
Mm-hmm.
I went all to pieces, and I said, "We will get you the best care. I have connections. I know doctors. I know this. I know that." And she said, "Stop it. This is why I didn't want to tell you right off the bat because I knew you would go crazy on me. You would go all to pieces." And I said, "Well, of course I would, Mama. You're my mama. You made
Mm-hmm.
me. You grew me in your body. You had me and you raised me." And God still took her. When she was healthy, God still took her. She didn't feel good after
She
I
didn't have to
promised her I
suffer.
would tell her.
And she didn't have to suffer. I think
But she
beauty.
didn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I understand that too. I do. I understand shit. I'm so, but I'm still mad at God, and I'm a Christian. And I can't be mad at God. You're not supposed to be mad at God, but I'm still mad. And I'm not that I'm mad. I should not say that. I'm not mad at God. I just don't understand.
You just need the understanding. That's it.
I need, and you're not supposed to understand. You're never going to know. But why my mama at 64 that's never been sick?
Mm-hmm.
I just
Be-
don't.
Beauty with T says, I think learning how to lean on Jesus for healing our hearts, as well as everything else, we aren't built to carry such pain. We have to lean on Jesus. Sometimes things will make us feel helpless, and you got to have somebody to help you. That's why that's why positive relationships are so important. Nobody needs a toxic person in their life.
Yes,
Um,
I agree.
we've all wanted to question God, but we must remember that the hurt comes from us not ever being created to die. So everything about it is painful. Trust in the word of God. It helps me, is what Beauty with T says. Um, she also says, she's talking to Donna. Donna, girl, if I could ever get my grandmother back and my baby, my first love, I could have them back. But God knows better than we do. I would rather have my loved ones to not suffer anymore. Let's see. I don't want to miss out on some of these chats
Yeah,
here.
don't miss out on nobody. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just get so emotional. That's what I'm
No, you're fine.
sorry.
Yes, you have to embrace all the good memories and speak on them and honor her memories. It's great to remember the good times. It makes you feel warm and happy.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yep.
Whoever said that, yes.
Beauty with T says, "Don't be mad, darling. In the world, God doesn't want us to suffer, and
No,
sometimes
I know you
our
don't.
our healing isn't here on earth. Just praise God. She's with our Savior." I love that.
Yes, she is. I
Yeah,
envision her sitting at God's. I do envision her sitting at God's feet, just singing and happy and not
yeah,
suffering.
yeah, yeah.
I just
Rita
miss.
Cruz, I know that the missing part is the hardest part. Rita Cruz says, "I'll be praying for you to continuous healing, comfort, and understanding and forgiveness. All this I ask in the name of Jesus. I know it's hard, but you're making it through, and you have beautiful memories. Your understanding is in His Word. We're all praying for you, girl.
You.
Your family now, and we've got your back."
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Um, I want to just before we close it out here, we're going into almost 2.5 hours, but I wanted
I'm
to
so sorry.
and please do not apologize. Absolutely,
Oh, I'm so bad.
I
Sorry.
have the control to hit end broadcast, but I wasn't doing it, and I'm not going to do it because
I had a
it.
breakthrough tonight, and I appreciate you for that. And I'm going to tell
Uh,
my therapist all about you. Thank you.
uh,
Thank you.
you're very, very welcome. But I wanted to first and foremost just say my gratitude for your willingness to come on the show, have a conversation with us, and be so open about what you're going through and what you've gone through in your life. And we are calling out praise in continuous recovery and your healing. We know that's in process, but we want to continue to empower you, give you that hope that it is already done, and you will continue this journey as you are continuing this journey to seek yourself, to find yourself, to have conversations with a lot of us, help us to understand what it's like to have a mental illness and to break the stigma ultimately of what people look at when they see what mental illness is. It's not any different than someone having cancer. It's a diagnosis, and we must show compassion on both sides of that aisle, whether it's a physical illness or an emotional or mental issue. We have to show that compassion and that love and that support for each human being that we connect with. And so I thank you, my dear sister, for coming on board and hanging out with us.
I
I've
love you.
had
I mean that
I've
too. I
I've
love
had
you. I
I
just
love you
love
too.
you. Mhm.
I love you too. And I know a lot of everybody here is wanting to say thank you as well. We've had a very solid group of people that were here supporting you, listening to
Thank
your
you
story.
all. Thank you.
Um, Beauty with T says, thank you, Beauty with T. Um, Beauty with T says, yes, Ginger Snap. She's with the Heavenly Choir. Yes, she is.
Yes,
Beauty with T says, Toof, thank you for creating your show. You're really
yes,
helping
dude.
so many people. Go ahead, Doctor. Go ahead, Dr. Phil.
That's right. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like I'm on the Dr. Phil show. I literally was fixing to say that.
But I don't air out nobody's dirty laundry. So much encouragement to you. So
Talking
much encouragement, love and encouragement to you, Ginger, as you continue the journey of healing. And Bustus Bobboy says, preach. What's up, Bustus Bobboys? You're still in the house. Thank you guys for being here and listening. But my sis, we are going to say goodnight to the show. I want to say thank you very much, everybody, for coming on board and spending such a great time with us today. We went, we talked about the YouTube, we talked about B Love. Shout out to B Love's Life and to all of Ginger Snaps.
and the baby feeding and the titties. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
Don't forget it. See, I had to
you,
make you laugh. I had to make you laugh before you let me go. I had to make you laugh. Tell your husband. Bye. Mwah.
I will.
I
Thank you
appreciate
again,
it.
Ginger
I had
Snap.
to make you laugh. You got to titty feed me, honey. Titty.
I sure got a titty to feed you. Hold on a second. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys on the next one on Sunday. We have a very special guest, um, Dine with Gina Diva on Sunday night. So that's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you're gonna be watching from though, because it's gonna be Sunday night where I have her live on the show. So you guys, thank you very much. We'll see you guys on the next one. Don't hang up yet, Miss Ginger Snap. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Thank you all. Mwah. Thank you for the love and support.